You see the truth about Taylor Swift? Or the purported truth about Taylor Swift?
Oh, my God, no.
The truth, apparently, is coming out. Like Ernest Angley when I was a kid watching that crazy crap on television on Wavy TV 10 in Norfolk, Newport News, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth.
Oh, remember that guy?
Oh, Ernest Angley. Evil spirits come out! He was the first one that I saw that would take people's crutches and their walkers and chuck them into the audience.
Good for him.
Yeah, you know, all that faith healing stuff, and he'd whack them on the head. Hey, Froggy, come here. I want to demonstrate on you. Come here.
What? No.
So
It's too early. I don't know that Froggy needs a revival now.
Come on over to my camera. So this Ernest Angley guy, he died, I think a couple of years ago. He died at like 99 years old or so. Bring up Ernest Angley. He died, I think he was like 98 or 99 years old. First of all, he had the worst toupee I ever saw in my life. And if you were such a faith healer, couldn't you like whack yourself on the head and grow some hair instead of having this awful raccoon on top of your head?
Died at 99.
Yeah, that's what I said. He was like 99 years old. When did he die? Like 2020 or 2021?
May 7th of 2021.
I told you, he died somewhat recently. Ernest Angley. So, Froggy, come over here. Just come over. Get in the view of MJT.
Well, move over.
So, what is your ailment? Oh, you got all kinds of ailments.
I have scoliosis and micro penis.
so Ernest Angley would bring people up onto the stage.
Make it grow.
And he would say, I understand that you have scoliosis and micro penis.
Yes, Ernest, I do.
And Jesus is going to heal you. And they would like rub their forehead. Take your hat off. Yeah, he'd go like, and Jesus is going to heal you. Evil spirits come out. And
people hit the floor.
He would smack them on the forehead. And hey, did you get that on MJTV?
Ow.
Was on? And you all right?
No,
it's a little violent.
I have a little headache.
Well,
already.
he would smack them on the head, and then they'd like fall. And they had catchers.
Yeah.
They had like the two guys in like in monkey suits and like really bad looking suits like from JCPenney or something, and the two guys would like catch the people as they would fall or faint after they were smacked in the head by Ernest Angley.
So would they get healed?
No, Ernest's wife was in his ear on an earpiece saying, John Fleckenstaff he has back issues.
Now, I don't know if they actually did that, but that was a racket. There were multiple like
one of them. His wife would feed them all the info.
Oh yeah. So it would seem like he was getting the message from the Lord, but it was really his wife in a little earpiece that was on like a walkie-talkie, giving him information. Okay,
they make you fill out prayer cards before you go in.
So
so they have all your info.
So what the wife would say? I don't know if it was the wife. But
one of them, the wife was involved. I don't know if it was Ernest.
There were several of these kind of revival deals over the years where it was like a total racket, and
it might have been Pop-Off.
I don't know who it was, but I know that there were numerous. If you did some research, we could find out. But what they would do is people would go to these church services, like these faith healing church services, and again they would fill out all kinds of information, and then there would be a staffer in the earpiece of the preacher on stage, and they would say, okay, you need to ask for somebody that has
anything,
some kind
MS.
of what you pick the ailment.
Yeah, any ailment.
And I see somebody, I think in the first or second row, and I'm seeing that you have lung, you got COPD, or you got whatever the medical ailment is. Or with Ernest Angley, one of the things I was reminded of. So they would have like all the information because the person would fill out the card, and then there would be somebody on a walkie-talkie, and then they would be feeding the information that the person had already written out on a card. So it seemed like the pastor on stage had all the information, but they didn't.
No.
Yeah.
They were being fed.
Being fed all the information. Oh, and one other thing with Ernest Angley, one of the things I remembered, like they'd bring up like kids that were deaf or a person that'd be deaf, and he would make them undeaf.
Just open up those ears.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I'm not buying that. So they'd go on stage. And I remember distinctly some of the language. It was like, and I understand that you can't hear, and we're going to have Jesus reconstruct the ear. And he'd like rub their ears. Jesus, reconstruct the ear. Say baby. And they go, baby. And would like, speak like when you hear some deaf people speak, it's a different sound because they can't hear their voice. They don't know what the sound should sound like. And it was just bizarre. And he would like rub their ears and tell them, Jesus, reconstruct the eardrum and say baby. And they'd go, baby. It was
so fake.
It was
really riveting TV.
It was the ultimate carny.
You couldn't look away.
You know what? Some years ago, I tried to go on YouTube and find some videos. And I was looking for the ones where he would like smack people, they'd fall over. I couldn't find the really good stuff. Did you find one where you find one of the deaf ones?
Sometimes they'd freak out and start dancing.
So I thought they took a lot of his videos off of online.
You can't take videos off YouTube. It's impossible.
Well,
Yes,
why
you
would
can.
they do that? Just because they're fake? Or the
You can.
the healing is fake?
Is this him?
He never had eardrums.
Okay.
Create the eardrums.
Oh, here we go. Look.
Thou foul deaf spirits come out.
And then he'd clap in the kid's ear. And now the kid can say he can hear. And he's not going to say baby. Now he's got a rattle. He's doing a rattle.
Thou dumb spirit come out.
There we go.
And
And
sure, that kid still can't hear. I mean, put a bell and he goes like,
Oh,
this.
we just asked him to say something.
he did. Hang on a minute.
Come out. I command the dumb spirit to never come back. Baby. Baby.
No. I told you. Look at that.
Did you watch this episode?
He did this for 50 years.
This is the whole racket.
Baby.
He did it for a long time.
He's brilliant.
How the hell did we even get on this?
If you're going to talk about Ernest Angley,
Ernest Angley.
you also have to talk about his sexual abuse of people in his church. And,
that's
the
well.
fact that he was against homosexuality and was in homosexual relationships and forced people to have vasectomies and abortions.
Baby.
So this guy is as big of a creep as they come.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
A little
just-
controversial.
Died at 99 years old. How the hell did I bring this up? What was
Taylor Swift?
I think, Taylor Swift.
come out. The truth about Taylor Swift will come out.
Oh, there we go.
Oh
Man.
my God! One word and you just go off into a tangent.
Well, look at that. That's how content is created, ladies and gentlemen. No, there's the truth about Taylor Swift has come out. Like the evil spirits coming out. And then, Froggy, is it true that Hal Herman is coming back today with Back That Song Up?
Baby. That's what I hear.
Man, we're just getting rolling, folks. Going to be a busy, fun Friday on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Pat's got traffic. Back in a minute.
All right, here we go.
7:20 here on a Friday. Weird week because, we were here on Monday. We were off on Tuesday because of the 4th of July. Then, of course, we did Wednesday, Thursday, and, of course, we're doing the Friday show. It's kind of a weird, chopped-up week. You're saying next year the 4th will fall not on a Wednesday.
Right.
It'll fall on a Thursday. Is it a leap year? Is that the deal? Whatever the story is there? I don't know.
Yeah, it would be a leap year. 24.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
But it's a Thursday.
Just checking.
Then on 25, it's a Friday. And then on 26 is a Saturday.
All right. About 8 o'clock this morning. So roughly about 8 o'clock this morning, Hal Herman will make entry into the studio. Of course, the official Hal Herman music will play. It'll sound something like this.
I'm excited.
Yep.
I love when Hal comes because I can just sit back and relax and watch him perform.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Froggy puts on some goofy outfit, makes entry into the studio. He transforms into.
Hey, hello. That's not how Hal talks. Don't piss him off. He's on his way and he's listening.
Yeah, so Froggy transforms into the pukey Hal Herman, and we got a game show this morning.
What is it? Back that song up?
Yes, back that song up. And Froggy, can you explain, since Hal is not here?
He was on a bender last night, so we'll see how he is later.
Oh, really? So he's coming in all liquored up?
I think he didn't sound
Hope he's taking an Uber.
He didn't sound sober.
Hope he's taking a ride in. I hope he's not driving. All right, so Froggy's going to do Back That Song Up. Hal Herman is going to do Back. Can you explain exactly how this works?
Well, it's very simple.
Well,
we get some of the most popular songs. This time it's going to be hits from the 80s.
Oh.
Which
okay.
fits.
Is it the 80s and more? Or just the
I'm not
80s?
sure there's much more. I think it's pretty much just the 80s.
I'm asking. I don't know.
And we reverse the song.
Back That Song Up.
And people call in. It's very simple and very fun.
Yeah, so you got to tell us what song is being played in reverse.
What's the big prize? Hal wants to know. Because it's been a few years, and you've always said you're going to get big prizes for his games.
I think new cars.
Yeah.
I think like Oprah.
Yeah.
You get how many of those Pontiac G6s are still? Were they G6s she gave out? Remember the Pontiac? Remember Pontiac? Pontiac's gone. Been gone for a while.
No, they're an ugly car.
The G6. I don't think
it was a G6.
No, she gave all of her audience a pretty ugly car.
I thought it was like the Pontiac Aztec. Or
No, it wasn't. The Aztec is the Walter White Breaking Bad car. That's the Pontiac Aztec. Also, Buick had their version. It was the Rendezvous. Oh, Michelle's grandfather had to have a Rendezvous.
Ugh.
Seriously. I went to RK Chevrolet Buick on Virginia Beach Boulevard and negotiated the deal for like the last Buick Rendezvous on the lot. And I must say, I negotiated a fantastic deal on that vehicle. I actually paid $5,000 toward that vehicle. I gifted.
Did your dad ever pay you back?
No, not my
Michelle's
dad. It's Michelle's grandfather.
Oh, her
Did he ever
grandfather.
pay you back?
Are you guys listening to the show?
Just bits and pieces.
Oh, that's good to
You
hear.
better get that bastard to pay you back.
Froggy, he's not with us anymore. It's
Oh.
Michelle's grandfather.
Oh, that's...
Yes.
Well, people are living longer these days.
Oh,
I
yeah,
took a
yeah.
shot at
How
it.
did he know?
Anyway, so he was in love with that Buick Rendezvous, which was the Buick version of the Pontiac Aztec. And no, Oprah did not give away Pontiac Aztec. She gave away G6s. So here you're correcting me, and you're not even right with your correction.
Or we're just having a conversation and going back and forth, and you said something, and I thought something different. But no, I was wrong. Okay, I wasn't correcting you.
All right,
I wasn't
Festa's all wise-assed up good already this morning.
I wasn't planting my flag.
Can you? How about looking it up? I think Oprah.
It's a G6.
It was a G6,
She gave out
exactly.
like 300 of them.
How much were they? Like $4,000?
I think they were like $26,000 a car or something like that.
Oprah.
Did you find the audio of Oprah saying, "You get a car, you get a car, everybody gets a car"? That was the whole Oprah deal. All right, so Hal Herman, is this it?
Listen to me carefully. Is being given a special package, and I don't want you to open it.
Oh, young she is.
Cameras are on you, so do not open until I tell you. All right, open your boxes. Open your boxes. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so what it was they brought out little gift wrap boxes with a red bow on top. So you get a car, you get a car, everybody gets a car. I hear that in my sleep. That was 2004. And the deal was Oprah was saying like, hey, we got a special gift. And all these people working on the staff come out with these trays with these little white boxes with red bows. And I think Oprah was saying that there's a surprise inside. I don't know if she said that there's a car key inside.
No, she didn't. She should say there's a car key inside the box. Don't open it up.
No. I think I can't remember what it was, but she made the audience feel like there was only one prize. There was only one prize in
winner.
One of the boxes, and it turned out there were car keys in every single box. The entire audience got a Pontiac G6.
Oprah, she was on another level, huh?
All right, so moving along here on this, what is today? Friday, the 7th of July. It's come to my attention that there's some internal strife going on here. So I kind of chastised Fester because Fester did not send me his nightly email with prep ideas for the show. I got zero, zilch, nothing from you last night. And I said that to you during a break. And then you said... rough night at my house last night.
Terrible night.
So Fester had a bad night at his house last night.
What happened?
And then I said, what happened? And then he gives me the business.
I can't get into it. It's not that I even can't get into it. I can't tell you. Because even if I told you privately, that opens it up to possibly being on the air, of which I don't want it on the air, so I can't tell you.
What the hell happened at your house last night that was so terrible?
I can't tell you. Kids are okay. The old lady's okay. But
God, stop calling your wife the old lady. That is the worst. That is the dumbest, old-fashioned, stupid-sounding thing.
Call her the old ball and chain.
The old ball and chain? Listen, the old lady's fine. Kids are fine.
So what the hell happened at your house that was so terrible last night that you can't tell us on the show?
Can't get into it.
Or you can't tell me off the air because you think that I will put it on the air.
Because you probably would put it on the air, because if I would have told you during the commercial break, you'd be talking about it right now, which is not wrong. So I can't tell you, but just know that I was preoccupied last night.
Does it have something to do with your wife?
No, nothing.
Nothing to do with the kids. So then what kind of terrible night could it have been in your house?
I can't get into it.
Animal, vegetable, mineral.
Animal. I mean, but it's not like a dog.
Listen, I'm not going to belabor this.
Yeah,
and
then
I find out that Roxanne had some big fight with Big Doug.
Oh, no.
Her new husband, well, kind of, because they've been engaged for like 12 years, finally got married. So what kind of fight did you have with Big Doug? Ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode of... Big Doug. Yes.
It wasn't a big fight. It just was a argument this morning. Because
at 5 o'clock in the morning, you're having an argument with Big Doug.
Yes, because I'm getting ready to walk out the door, and my older daughter woke up because the tooth fairy came back to the house because she had tooth fairy regret. So she left the tooth out for
wait
her.
a second.
Yes.
The tooth fairy came back to the house?
Yeah. Yesterday she was like sad, crying because the tooth fairy took her tooth. She was happy about the $5, but sad about losing the tooth. She wanted to keep it for nostalgia.
That's how it works.
I know. But I said, I've had this happen to me. And it also happened to our babysitter. And we said, write her a note and say, would it be possible to bring back just this first tooth so you can keep it? And you're really appreciative of the money that she left you.
Well, you got to hand the $5 back then.
Well,
you can't get the tooth back and keep the $5.
She left the $5 and the note under the pillow. And the tooth fairy did come back.
Oh, let me guess. The tooth fairy said, here's your tooth back, and I'm going to let you keep the $5 also.
She did.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Tooth fairy's such a pushover.
Yeah, what crap is that? That's like trying to get a cookie back from the Cookie Monster.
Well, the tooth fairy doesn't have that's very kind.
The tooth fairy acting like that's how you build a brat. You remember Build a Bear?
Yes.
Build a brat.
No, you teach them that the tooth fairy is kind and knows the first tooth means a lot to you.
Is Build-A-Bear still around?
I think so.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know that I've ever been in one in the last 20 years.
I went a year ago.
My kids growing up, they had numerous birthday parties at Bill. One kid had to be hospitalized because he ate the stuffing from the.
What an
I'm
idiot.
sorry. That's terrible. Is he okay now?
I made that up.
Okay.
But I wonder how many kids.
Build a kid.
Wonder how many kids eat the stuffing.
All right. Apparently, there's a Build-A-Bear in Clearwater,
right.
Brandon, Wesley Chapel, and Sarasota.
Gotcha. Wiregrass also. All right. So you're
So
a
I got
fight with Dig Dug.
I got sidetracked saying goodbye to her and her showing me my tooth.
Yep.
And Doug usually walks me out to the car. I'm very appreciative that he makes my shake and makes my tea, but I did not have time. And he had also gotten me gas last night, so he backed the car in, so I had a full tank of gas. He is going out of town today.
Oh my!
So he's trying to do everything nice
What
for
a
me.
shocker! Dig
And-
Dug is abandoning the family again. This is a weekly
Yeah,
occurrence.
he's going to the All-Star break. So happy for him.
Oh, he's going to the All-Star break
And so
with what's his name? Who's the guy that juices up? With A-Rod?
no,
He's going with A-Rod?
no,
Actually, the
But-
exact
He's going
opposite.
with Jose Canseco?
no, he,
Mark McGuire gave him an
Is
invitation.
he going with Derek Jeter?
of course.
Of course, yes.
course.
Of course.
So he is, he's there. Well, Derek's a broadcaster for Fox now.
I
So
didn't know that. I haven't seen him.
yes. So anyways, he's leaving and he brought me my stuff and I just jetted out and didn't even say goodbye to him. Not to be, and he's like texting me, that is so rude. That is the height of rudeness. And I'm like, no, I don't want to drive on slick roads 100 miles an hour, 100 miles per hour to work. I want to be safe today. So that
Smart.
was,
as opposed
Hold
to
on,
every
what-
other day?
What slick roads?
my roads were slick today. I had my wipers on the Howard Franklin Bridge at one point.
Really? I didn't have
Yeah.
any.
My Cadillac with the automatic windshield
Hold on, you're saying
wipers.
you guys had. You know what? I think
I had
saw,
a mist.
You know what? I saw clouds leaving my neighborhood, but we didn't have any rain in my neighborhood in South Tampa, nor did we have any rain on the Howard Franklin on my drive-in. But I did see where there were some clouds that seemed to indicate potential rain. So, all right, folks. So you had a fight with him over.
Leaving and not saying goodbye. I'm rude.
Should have a
all
fight
kinds of domestic problems amongst the MJ Morning Show this morning, and Fester won't even tell us what the hell's going on in his life or whatever. I've got a big pile of early morons in the news we'll get to next. Very excited. Very good moron idiot pile in minutes. It makes you feel better about yourself because we're dealing with a bunch of morons, and your life has got to be better than the morons we're about to talk about next. So stand by. It's on the way. Hey. Morons of the News, a beloved feature on the MJ broadcast, 6:41 Friday morning. Let's go local. You ready? Big Gulp, 7-Eleven. I had this in the pile yesterday. I just did not get around to it. Didn't want to give it like short shrift all jammed in at the end of the show. But we've got a 7-Eleven Big Gulp issue here.
All right.
Right here in the Tampa Bay area, making the national news now. Saw this first from the Smoking Gun, our friends of the Smoking Gun.
Yeah.
And they get the bulk of their stories from right here in the Tampa Bay area. I think they get the bulk of their stories from Largo, actually.
Yeah, Pinellas County is their bread and butter.
That's their feeding ground, man, I'm telling you. And the Smoking Gun, they're based out of New York City. Bill Bastion, right? Is that his name? Bill Bastone? Bill
Bastone.
Bill Bastone, right? Not Bill Bastard, but I think Bill Bastone. Listen to this. The Big Gulp incident in Pinellas County. Yeah, it happened on Sunday night. A 7-Eleven worker was arrested for throwing a big gulp at a female customer. Smacked her in the head with her big gulp.
That's a big gulp, all right.
What the hell? Yeah, 7-Eleven worker arrested for striking a female customer in the head with a large cup of lemonade in a big gulp cup. Yeah, cops allege that the clerk, Miles Taz Jenkins, 35 years old, got frustrated with a customer over the payment and threw a big gulp filled with lemonade at the woman's head.
How much could it be? Was it $1.50? $2?
Oh, man.
It was one of the big gulps, the big red thermos.
The super gulp?
Yeah.
It was the 55-gallon drum gulp is what it was.
Have you ever seen them at the 7-Eleven, MJ? Those insulated mugs?
Yeah.
You can literally put like almost 2 liters of drink in there.
I don't know if I've seen that particular item. I don't really hang out at the 7-Eleven much.
Unfortunately.
You know.
With your shoes off.
It was 7-Eleven feet.
Yeah.
The incident, where did that come from? Where did that whole term, and you know what 7-Eleven feet are, right?
Yeah, I can picture back in the day.
Tell me, what are 7-Eleven feet?
7-Eleven feet, I call it, in my house, I call it movie set feet, because sometimes I see movie characters with their feet all dirty in certain scenes. Like I remember seeing Sharon Stone in Casino with really dirty movie set feet. But 7-Eleven feet.
Movie set feet? What was that?
All right. 7-Eleven feet is
7-Eleven
something
feet is
everybody knows.
Yes.
And the obscure movie set feet is just this quirky thing in Roxanne's house.
What is that?
And that's okay.
All
So
right.
movie set feet
7-Eleven
and 7-Eleven feet are the
listen.
same thing. They're dirty feet.
7-Eleven feet, I just see like a white, trashy woman who's like maybe a meth addict. Just walking into 7-Eleven with no shoes on, and the bottoms of her feet are just filthy dirty, and those are 7-Eleven feet.
You know, if we want page views, we should have me and Roxanne walk into 7-Elevens and Circle K's and Wawa's just barefooted.
But let's go back like 20 years. Didn't we see more people walking into gas stations to buy stuff with no shoes on in Florida?
You know where I think it
Before that?
started? Didn't it start when, wasn't Britney Spears videoed shoeless going into a 7-Eleven like 20 years ago?
Or she was coming out of a bathroom
Sounds
of a 7-Eleven.
familiar. Yeah.
What are the origins of 7-Eleven feet?
Why can't it be Circle K feet?
Or Wawa feet.
Well, Wawa feet, your feet are going to be perfectly clean.
Thornton's feet. Racetrack feet.
Publix feet.
What else am I missing here? All right. Sheets feet. But we don't have Sheets in Florida. We're trying to stick with places that are in Florida.
How about Foot Locker feet?
All right, moving along here. So the
Quick feet. That's what it is.
can I let me finish?
A&P feet.
Soon to be Bucky's feet.
Piccadilly Cafeteria feet.
Let me finish up the damn story here. So the incident was witnessed by 3 other customers, according to the criminal complaint. And Jenkins reportedly made spontaneous statements admitting to striking the victim, Tina Warren. Jenkins was charged with felony battery and booked into the Pinellas County Jail. Jenkins was released from custody. He gave his address as a Clearwater motel. The alleged battery is being charged as a felony due to Jenkins's having prior conviction for sexually battering a young girl.
Oh,
With a
crime,
big gulp?
a crime for which he served several years in custody. Wow.
Oh, wow.
So I'm guessing he's probably not employed by 7-Eleven any longer. What does it take to throw a big gulp at a customer's head?
He was probably standing right in front of him, and he lost his patience. And what's the closest thing? A big gulp, hit him right in the face. That's it.
It's not acceptable.
Not acceptable, but
of course, it's right here in the Tampa Bay area. So there we go. We're in the national news once again, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, speaking of another Florida story here. How dumb is this? The Miami Marlins had dog night.
A lot of stadiums have bring your pet to the ball game.
yeah, but they're the Marlins. It should be Marlins.
Listen to me. No, listen. Wait for the damn story before you guys jump in. So, the Miami Marlins have dog night. On the same night, they were having a massive fireworks display. What the hell?
Oh my God.
A lot of dogs are inherently afraid of fireworks and thunder and lightning. This is a whole spate of stories that come out prior to the 4th of July. How to make sure your dog is not upset and trembling from 4th of July fireworks. How to keep your dog safe this 4th of July. Who the hell at the Miami Marlins scheduled dog night with a big 4th of July fireworks display?
Is this some sort of joke?
I think exactly.
Somebody gets fired over this, right?
What is this, like an episode of like Pranked or something?
Punked?
Punked, thank you. I think there's a new show coming out called Pranked.
Oh, clever.
Julian was showing me, who's that prank guy? Andre, what's his name? Julian was showing me a bunch of videos, these elaborate pranks.
Oh, Eric Andre?
Yeah, is it Eric Andre?
That guy's hilarious.
Eric Andre, and I hadn't seen this guy's videos in the past.
Really?
Yeah,
Pretty popular.
I realize that now. But listen, I don't spend a lot of time. I don't burn hours and hours on YouTube.
He was dating Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah. Anyway, Emily Ratface?
No, a really hot rat I want to kiss.
All right, anyway. So, who the hell would... I mean, this is insane. On Monday, earlier this week, July 3rd, Miami Marlins held their annual Bark in the Park promotion where Marlins fans can bring their dog to Lone Depot Park to enjoy the baseball game. I wonder what the liability is there. How many dogs bite people? Like, bite a kid in the face, give him 27 stitches and needing plastics done,
My dog would have a heart attack right there if it was in front of her. Oh, my God. I can't even imagine.
I mean, this is insane.
Yeah.
So, dog night, Bark in the Park, and that was also the night for 4th of July fireworks. That is the dumbest matchup of events because of the inherent fear that many dogs have of fireworks and thunder, and they cower, and they get all scared to death. They start shaking. I mean, there's even that. Have you seen that, like that straight jacket you're supposed to put your dog in? It's not one of those.
Yeah, my dog has one of those. My mom's dog has one of those.
The thunder vest.
The thunder vest.
Is that what it's called?
My dog needs that.
Yeah.
And I give her I give her all natural drops, relaxation drops.
Did you almost say you give your dog CBD?
No, they have CBD drops for dogs.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. And that calms her down.
Let me guess, you blow marijuana smoke up her snout.
Ever, never.
Yeah.
You do it up the butt.
Anyway.
The thunder shirts, they really do work because
Yeah.
they cuddle them and make them just feel like
They
they're
do
being
work,
held.
yeah.
All right, $6.50. We need to get a cuddle shirt or a thunder vest. We need to get one for Fester.
Yeah.
Do they make one that big? Do they make them for manatees?
You're going to have to sew about 47 of them together.
Get the needle and thread because I could use them.
It is 6:50 at the MJ Morning Show. Little early dose of morons in the news. Hey, I grossly, negligently omitted something on the show yesterday. I teased it, and then I didn't do it. And, man, the listeners call me out. MJ, you teased it, and you didn't do something. I know. I apologize.
Is it this, MJ? The finger, thumb,
What the hell are you doing? I have no idea. I have no idher what you're doing.
The finger?
finger, thumb. Okay, then you forgot that too.
Lightning, then the thunder, 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 thunder.
And the thumb.
Lightning, then the thunder, thunder. All right, 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, we're back in a minute. Here on a Friday. You got to tell me what your finger thing is. I have no idea what you're doing with your fingers over there. All right. Didn't talk about it. Froggy just said, hey, did we talk about the blank? And I'm like, no, we didn't talk about it. But I know exactly what Froggy was talking about because I had the item, I had this particular story in my pile. I think it was, let's see, we got back from vacation on Monday. I think the story was before I even went scuba diving in Little Cayman.
It's so unreal, though.
I think it's like 2 weeks old already. No, we never got to it. But if I look at my pile of unused items, it's in there. It absolutely. So Froggy is essentially.
I thought it was fake.
Froggy's derailing the segment because I got things that. Watch, I won't get to what I wanted.
I just asked you if we talked about it because I was wondering. So I forgot.
Okay.
And that's it. Don't blame me.
We did not talk about this, but I did have it in the pile as potential material. Anyway, folks, you got the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105. So what is Froggy talking about? Go ahead, Froggy.
Well, I thought it was fake, but I saw one of my friends post on Instagram a picture of a little grain of sand, and it was green, and supposedly it was a handbag that was microscopic that just sold for $60-something thousand at auction.
Yeah.
And it's the size of like the very, very tip of a pinhead.
It's like smaller than a grain of rice or something.
I can't even see it. And
it's
who
tiny.
would buy it? You wouldn't see it.
Yeah, hang on. Let me see if I can find this story. It's in a pile, but I'm going to see if I can find...
I'm going to start selling invisible art.
Yeah. Handbag smaller than a grain of salt. Grain of rice, that's huge.
Grain of salt.
A grain of rice is the duffel bag.
Have you seen it, Fester?
That's the carry-on luggage.
A grain of rice, that's the steamer truck version. All right, so handbag smaller than a grain of salt sold for $63,000. And it was based on a Louis Vuitton handbag. A minuscule handbag measuring just 657 by 222 by 700 microns, or less than 0.03 inches wide, sold for over $63,000 in an online auction. And yeah, this story was from June 29th.
How are you going to fit all your crap in there?
Oh, you know what? I saw the story while I was scuba diving, and I think, I sent myself the story to have in the pile to do, and we just never got to it this week. The weirdest things preoccupy you, Froggy.
Well, this really caught my mind. I thought it was fake. I thought it was a joke. I don't understand who bought it.
So it's based off of a real Louis Vuitton bag.
How do you know?
Because I'm doing research on the
can't see it.
Fester, back in the day, Fester used to have a Louis Vuitton merce.
Louis Faton.
I saw a guy, and I wish I would have snapped a picture. He had his whole arm sleeved out with tattoos of the little
LV logo?
LV logo,
Really?
the whole arm.
Oh, that's tight.
And I'm like, what were you thinking, dude?
My name is Louis Von Erickson.
I like it when they do the fake purses in New York
Oh, yeah.
on Canal Street, and it's LX instead of LV.
Just,
You ever see that?
No,
Just a tad off.
Listen, I walk on Canal Street every day because when I worked up in New York, we were right on Canal and Avenue of the Americas. We were just a couple of blocks on Lispinard and in between Lispinard and Walker, just a couple of blocks below Canal. I was on Canal every day, and no, they are true fake Louis Vuittons. The real logo, total fake crap. Listen, forget about New York. There are all kinds of fake handbags all over the Tampa Bay area. There are folks selling fakes all over
IG.
Tampa Bay.
I think the
Yeah.
way you
Yeah.
can tell is looking at one of the threads, like the threading at one part of it. It's a little different.
I mean, if that's the minuscule difference, that's pretty close.
Anyway, who bought the damn thing? Promotional photo shows the design in greater detail, revealing Louis Vuitton's signature LV monogram. The bag appears to be based on the French label's on-the-go tote, which retails at full size for between $3,100 and $4,300.
Who bought it? Ant-Man? That's the only person it would make sense for.
Okay, on these crazy online auctions, the trick is to get paid. I mean, just because somebody bid $63,000, they're thinking it's as big as a joke as we do.
Anyway, that's the handbag deal. Anyway, it's ridiculous. $63,000. That I mean, who?
MJ, what do you think of my idea?
I couldn't find in the story who bought the damn thing. Can you find that? Festa, see if you can find who bought this stupid thing for $63,000. What now?
I'm just going to start selling frames and call it Froggy's Invisible Art. Nothing on it, and see what I could sell it for.
All right, so I forgot to do a story yesterday. And for whatever reason, when I said, hey, I forgot to do something on the show yesterday, and listeners have called me out, Roxanne did this thing with her fingers. Oh, the finger thing? What are you talking about?
I wrote you a note right there, and I put it next to you.
Oh, no, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have that in the pile today as well.
Okay, you teased that yesterday, but you didn't get to it.
I kind of brought it up, but the issue with the other stories, I said it's coming up next.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I talk about things all the time, but I actually promoted, oh, man, we got to talk about the Gator update. And there was a Gator update regarding that maniac that jumped into the Busch Gardens alligator enclosure. And the update is they put up this really high, ugly fence now at Busch Gardens.
Oh, are we not able to see the gators as well?
Well, it's not a concrete wall.
It's not like a wooden privacy fence around the gators. You can see through some fences.
It's a black chain link fence that you can actually see through.
Okay, well, that works.
It's just not as appealing to the eye as the lower fence that you could see over easily. And of course, this was because of that fame-seeking YouTube. What was he called? An influencer. Yeah. So now it's been described. I saw CL Tampa, Creative Loafing Tampa, had the story a couple of days ago. After man jumped into alligator enclosure, Busch Gardens Tampa installs new influencer-proof fence.
Pretty funny, guys.
And remember this guy? Remember this total tool bag?
You gotta get back out. Another wild Karen! Mikey! He's very big. He's surrounded here, guys. All of the Karens. There's no guy.
Remember, he's like, I'm not the wild Karen, crikey. So he's pretending he was an exhibit. And he was like saying, I'm not the wild Karen, as this guy climbed into the alligator enclosure at Busch Gardens. Yeah, it happened about a month ago. And this moron locally, trying to be Mr. Viral, jumped into the Busch Gardens American Alligator exhibit. And he was arrested. And now Busch Gardens has installed a much taller fence.
He ruined it for everybody.
All right, so I see a new term in this Creative Loafing article.
What is that?
The guy's name is Jacob Percival, and they call him a nano influencer.
What?
So a tiny, maybe he ought to get the very tiny Louis Vuitton purse.
That is hysterical.
That's what he ought.
I mean, there are legitimate influencers who have big followings, but these people with a couple of hundred followers or a couple of thousand followers.
It's a nano influencer is a social media user who has between 1,000 and 10,000 followers.
Oh, that's
so MJ. You are not a nano influencer.
I am over 10,000 on Instagram.
I've never seen that term before. It's funny.
I am. So what's my category called? What's 10
Nano?
to what's 10 to 20,000 called?
a teeny influencer.
Listen, the whole influencer thing is the dumbest crap in the world. What do you? Oh, I'm an influencer. Listen, I might follow or I might watch a video, but you're not influencing anything in my life. Just because you jump over the low fence into the American Alligator exhibit at Busch Gardens, you're not influencing me to do the same. These so-called you know what? I get viscerally angry. I get actually physically upset with this whole online social media influencer and all these folks that are trying to get like free meals, free this, free that. Oh, I'm an influencer. You know, you've had restaurants, you've had some places that have actually published on websites or they've made a point out of, we're not giving free stuff to like everyone that has an Instagram account that claims that they're an influencer, you know?
Give me my meal for free. I'm an influencer.
All right, so the enclosure, which has the American alligators, which can get as large as 15 feet and 1,000 pounds, did not stop this schmuck from Louisiana, the nano-influencer Jacob Ryan Percival.
Nano-influencer.
He jumped over the fence back on May 31st, and it was only like a 4-foot or 3.5-foot high fence, and now he ruined it for everyone. Now there's like this giant chain link fence, like at a ballpark or something. It doesn't look good now. And so he ruined the view for everybody. Are you happy now, you nano micro penis influencer?
Well, the thing is, MJ, the biggest part of this attraction, because the gators don't do much. They just kind of lounge around like a bunch of reptile
Yeah, it's not like the
blobs.
monkeys are like punching each other and doing flips.
So they're just there. The coolest thing is being able to take pictures of them. Now you're not able to take a clean picture of these.
Now you got a chain link fence all in the way because of this dope. All right, so that's the update. Busch Gardens has now installed a much higher fence. Oh, crikey!
Gotta get back out. Another wild Karen. Crikey.
What a bonehead. All right, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ morning show next. Froggy, I've got a medical issue that you're going to have to listen to.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
There's
Only me?
You know what? That didn't sound right. It made it sound like I have the medical issue.
I have a medical issue, Froggy. You must help me diagnose.
Let me rephrase that. I have a story about a medical issue, and Froggy, you got to pay attention. Also, the truth about Taylor Swift is out. Oh, man, this turns the whole Taylor Swift story and all these little Taylor Swifties, this is going to turn it upside down on their heads. Hang on. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, stand by.
and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ after my toilet.
Yes. Yeah, we just played Toto, and I have Toto toilets in my house. I got a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah. That is a toilet
Yeah,
brand, isn't it?
I've mentioned that in the past. Are you not listening to the show?
I don't recall you ever mentioning that.
Yeah. Andrew's saying, I think I've come out of Toto in the past, and I think I've said, Toto, fine toilet, or something.
Yeah, okay, I remember that now. Okay, I never put the two together. Okay,
So-
yes.
Toto is not only the dog of Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz.
Which is
They
what
don't-
you typically think of when you hear Toto.
Toto.
Besides maybe the band.
You got the band Toto with great songs like Africa,
Name another one.
Rosanna.
All right, name a third.
There are a lot of good Toto songs. No. There's another couple of ones that I can't think of off the top of my head. No, so you got Toto the dog from Wizard of Oz. You've got the band and Toto toilets. Toto. Toto toilets. Of which I've got many Toto toilets in my house.
So you type in Toto into Google.
Yeah, what's the first thing that comes up?
Toilets.
Really?
Yeah, Toto USA.
The first thing, when you type in Toto, the first thing is toilets.
Now, the second thing is the band.
Look at that. So how far off base am I for me to say, hey, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ morning show next after my toilet and after Toto. Here's Africa by my toilet. But bring up the Toto songs. You got me curious here as to all the Toto songs. Hold the line. I'll Be Over You. Yeah, I mean, Rosanna, that's a good song as well.
Stop Loving You.
Toto's a good band. Hey, Andrew, wasn't Toto sort of like a studio band, though?
Yes, that's how it started out.
Right. Are you on the air with now? Or are you just talking
Yes,
my
I'm
ear?
on the air.
I hear
Okay.
him.
See, I can't tell when Andrew is just in my ear or when Andrew, that's another flaw in this studio.
It also gives me a chance to mess with your head.
The voice inside my head. All right, enough of the toilets and Toto and all that crap. All right, you got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, and we are starting an hour and hold on, this is their 2023 tour.
Whoa.
Yeah, it looks like
Looks like they're big in Japan.
right now they're in Japan, yeah.
Right now they're in Fukuoka.
Whoa, you be careful with that.
I think I've been to Fukuoka. Kanazawa, Nagoya, Osaka, Hiroshima, Sendai, big Nikon factory up in Sendai. They were shut down with that big tsunami back some years ago.
Yeah, Toto's going to play at the factory, yes.
Yeah, they're going to be in Tokyo. Tokyo. All right, so, Froggy, did I capture your attention when I uttered the teaser a little while ago that I've got a health item that I think should be of great concern to you?
I don't really care, but go ahead.
Oh, hey, take a look at the screen.
What screen?
Take a look, Roxanne. Take a look at the TV screen. Guess who's on?
Oh, Lee.
It's your girl, Love.
Was it Lee? I
Yeah.
missed her. I missed her. Just switched screens now.
Yeah.
Oh, she's my favorite.
Roxanne's got a thing for Lee Span.
I do.
Over
She
at
just.
Channel 8.
I want to be friends with her and go have a beer with her, and I don't even drink beer.
I doubt she does either. To be honest with you.
Doug is traveling so much. You just want to hang with Lee Span from Channel 8?
Yeah.
Is
that
that
sounds fantastic.
I got my hands full with my
it? Yeah.
kids.
Is she married? Is Lee Span married?
Of course. But her
I'm sure.
husband's very not in the public eye, apparently.
Does Lee... How do you spell her name? Is it Leigh?
Yes, Leigh. My middle name is Lee, but it's Lee.
Does Lee Span, the weather woman at Channel 8 in the morning, does she know that Roxanne has the hots for her?
She works
MJ.
in the morning.
What?
She has no idea who we are.
I don't have the hots for her. I just am. I'm attracted to her energy.
You are heterosexual.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God!
No,
Where are we going
I'm
here?
just,
Yes.
I'm just pointing it out.
We're taking the back road.
No, I'm just pointing out that Roxanne is heterosexual.
Yes,
but
but
you have-
I happen to be heterosexual.
But
yes,
you have a thing for Lee Span.
I
No,
like
no.
her vibe. I
No.
just
You like her body?
vibe. Like especially listening to her over the years. Like I just like her voice, and she just seems like a nice person. Fester is very upset right now for some
First
reason.
of all, I want to resign myself from this entire conversation where MJ is implying that Roxanne has the intimate hots for a weather
But
personality.
she's brought it up on numerous occasions.
Okay, she brought it up in the context of, oh, she looks like a nice person. I think she's somebody I would like to go out with. With my girlfriends to a lunch.
She just seems like a nice, friendly person.
Yeah, she's
And
not like
she could be completely opposite.
All right, can somebody at Channel 8 know? Oh, really? What are you adding some intrigue and mystery here?
No, I had that happen to me one time with
She
Susie
might be
Colbert.
a raging bitch on wheels.
Listen. Susie Colbert was my idol of she's like one of the reasons I wanted to get into sports broadcasting.
Susie
Colbert.
You realize that
she's available now,
she was just let go by ESPN.
I saw that.
ESPN.
Along with like 5,000
Oh,
other people.
yeah. ESPN, they gutted the place.
slashed,
They cleaned house
Max
over.
Kellerman? Why would you fire
Yeah,
that man?
I saw-
He's a genius.
Yeah.
I mean, they fired including Susie Colbert.
Right.
And the Van Gundy guy.
Anyway,
Who's that?
all right,
Well,
so
Susie seems so warm and friendly, and the same type of feeling I had for Susie is what I have for Lee.
Susie's a cold-hearted bitch.
do you want me?
Yes.
Who?
I don't know who
Susie Colbert.
Susie.
She's pretty cutthroat.
All right. Well, I met Susie Colbert numerous times because when I was in West Palm Beach doing mornings at 95.5 WOVV before I came to Tampa Bay in early 94 for the Power Pig to start the MJ and BJ morning show, Susie Colbert did weekend sports on WPEC Channel 12,
Wow.
CBS in West Palm.
That's where she started.
And,
Okay.
And I knew her. We knew each other. We met each other several times. All right. So do you need me to utilize some of my contacts over at Channel 8 to tell them that Roxanne wants to be friends with Lee Spann?
I think both you and Froggy have. Didn't we tell Avery Cotton that when she came in?
Yeah, we had the Avery Cotton from the Channel 8 morning show. She came to our studio to drop off one of those Channel 8 mugs for Froggy.
Bester, what's the matter with you?
I was waiting for this to be over.
Well,
It's not about you, so let's.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just. Roxanne, I think he's putting you in a awkward light.
What,
You don't like it?
What awkward light? And since when are you concerned about anyone in an awkward light?
Okay, if he's protecting me, I appreciate that. But I do have to say, I don't want to. I don't need to have any message in a bottle sent to Lee Spann. I don't need you to use her contacts. I can just appreciate her from in this studio
From a
watching her on.
distance.
Yes.
So MJ, if there's a way that you can get me to hang out with Charlie Belcher, though, I would really be grateful for
I
that.
can make that
because
happen.
I love Charlie.
I can make that happen.
I TiVo the Fox Morning Show and just watch his segments. I love him.
All right, moving along. You happy, Fester?
Did you get me with Charlie Belcher? So no.
I will make that happen.
All right. Yes. moving on.
Froggy.
What?
I have an item I think of the utmost health concern to you.
Let me guess. You're so unoriginal, dude.
Well, guess what is it? What is it? Without
So
MJ giving any more,
unoriginal.
without
It's
MJ,
always the same.
What do you think it is?
What is
I'm
it?
sure it's medication. I'm sure it's something like that.
by medication you mean marijuana.
Medication.
Marijuana-cation?
My medicine.
Ooh, that's a travel business. Marijuana-cation. People can go on marijuana-cations.
They already exist.
Do they really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's called just going to Denver.
All right, so Froggy, you know what? I'm not as predictable as you think. And here's the story. Cannabis is linked to mental illness.
You're exactly as predictable as Froggy thought.
No, I saw this.
mental illness.
Listen to this. There's a new study out. I saw this in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. Several studies have shown that chronic cannabis use, chronic marijuana use is linked to a higher incidence of schizophrenia among men in their early 20s, the age when the disease is usually diagnosed. The first paper on the topic, a Swedish study, was actually published back in the late 90s. So,
I've been watching a lot of documentaries on schizos.
you know, this could be the explanation for Hal Herman, so says Andrew, I think in my ear. That wasn't on the ear, was it?
No.
That was in my ear. Hal Herman is kind of a schizo deal on you, right?
Well, I have a very number of characters. I would say Biscuit is a part of my schizophrenia.
I'm just, hey, you need to bring Biscuit back.
What is schizophrenia?
It's it's a mental disorder.
What does it mean? What is
It's
it multiple personalities?
No, it's a schizophrenia is a mental disorder.
Isn't it hearing voices? Is that incorporated
I think
into it?
voices. I think people hallucinate.
You see things.
Maybe multiple personality does maybe enter that equation. I don't know. I'm not an expert. But Froggy, just heads up. I know that you're a very heavy medical marijuana user.
Heavy.
Which at what point does
I'm
medical
mild.
At what point does medical cross over into recreational?
Well, a lot of my headaches have been cured from it.
That's the medical part.
My flat feet are cured.
Peyronie's disease.
Might straighten it right up.
It actually got worse. It does a loop-de-loop now.
There's a big loop like that slide at the.
And then, hey, speaking of marijuana, before I move on here. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman is back with Back That Song Up right around 8 o'clock this morning. It's now 7:36, and we're in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes nonstop. We're going to give you, the listener, the chance to call up and play one of America's favorite game shows, Back That Song Up, where we play songs in reverse, and you got to tell us what song it is. And, of course, Hal Herman, one of the preeminent game show hosts in America, will host that in about 25, 26 minutes from right now.
He was up for the Wheel of Fortune. Did you know that? But he showed up drunk to the audition. So.
Did he really?
Yeah, he dropped his whiskey bottle on the wheel.
The big whiskey producer. It's between Hal and Ryan. We've got two great guys.
Who's Ryan? Screw him.
Whiskey of Fortune!
Welcome to Whiskey of Fortune. Everybody take a shot. Salute.
Hal, listen, Vanna is not comfortable with the way you're looking at her.
I just can't stop staring at that.
There's one other marijuana-related item here, which, really? This headline, this is also like a Wall Street Journal story. Wall Street Journal's been ripe for content this week. Headline, don't sell edibles that look like Doritos, according to the feds. What?
Wow.
There are marijuana edibles that look like Doritos?
There's marijuana edibles that look like everything.
Yeah, that's what I understand. It's just not my wheelhouse. So federal officials warned 6 companies to stop selling cannabis products in packaging that's almost identical to that of popular children's snacks like Doritos, gummy bears, and Nerds candy.
I've seen the nerd ones. They look exactly like rope nerds.
I know that a long time ago, like maybe 2 years ago, we did a story about some like drugs, or I didn't think they were edible. I thought there were other types of
Remember they used to make ecstasy look like what is it, like sweet tarts or something?
Yeah, but I thought this was an issue a couple of years ago that
It's a big piece of ecstasy.
That like drug items were being sold in packaging that looked like candy and real products. So now the latest is the copycat packaging is being used to sell Delta 8 THC, a psychoactive substance sourced from hemp that can make it easier for children to accidentally ingest the product. So the feds are saying, this is from the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, and they're throwing down the gauntlet. Stop making these THC-infused products in packaging that looks like regular products that can confuse the marketplace, like a bag of Doritos. I saw a story in the Tampa Bay Times. I always want to say the St. Pete Times, man. I still want to call it.
It's stuck in your head like that.
I still want to call it the St. Pete Times. So I saw a story on their website about there's a place here in Pinellas County, which their whole deal is get high legally or whatever.
Okay.
And again, it's this hemp-based stuff. I believe it's this Delta 8 THC is what the whole story was about. So, be careful, folks. That bag of Doritos you might grab might not actually be Doritos. Might be a whole bunch of marijuana edibles. Next thing you know, you're all la-la.
Okay, it's not exactly like that.
If you buy it from Publix, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, you buy it from the grocery store or a convenience store. You buy it from a hemp place, a different story.
Folks, there is breaking news on the Taylor Swift front. The truth is coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Taylor Swift Swiftie special report. Now here's Fester Dolt.
We have breaking news from the Taylor Swift concert.
You don't
scene.
sound dolty enough.
Yeah.
You got to be like,
Taylor Swift.
Guys, this is, I think, game changing. Do you remember that Taylor Swift recently got a big? You guys have no idea where this is going, do you?
I have a guess.
Because
I
what
know.
when I teased it earlier, you Googled it to try to figure out what I was talking about.
I know what it is.
Yeah, but there are a lot of Taylor Swift stories right now,
All right,
so I could be wrong.
what is your guess? What do you think
Mine
it is?
has to do with money.
Mine has to
And
do with she's a
invest-
bitch in real life.
Yeah, I'll go with Hal.
Like mean to everybody. My name's Froggy. Hal's not here.
Sorry, I'll go with Froggy.
Like
No.
Ellen. Like everybody, whenever I came up for Ellen.
Like she's
Oh,
a
yeah.
toxic workplace.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that years
All right,
ago. Yeah.
Here's the. It has to do with money.
Money investment.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So Roxanne, you obviously cheated
I'll
and you looked
recuse.
ahead.
Not fair.
All right. Here's the deal.
She gives the answer, then she says, "I'll recuse."
Do you remember? Do you remember a couple of months ago with the whole FTX thing? The crypto market, FTX, what was that? Sam Bankman-Fried and
Yes.
that girlfriend that looked like a
Oh, she's so hot.
like a woodchuck with those.
those beaver-eating teeth.
I'm telling you,
Shoes on wash lockers.
she did. I mean, that girlfriend. It looked like she could chew through metal.
Here, honey, chomp on some of these nuts and bolts for lunch.
Of course, FTX. Remember the commercials? Tom Brady involved in this. Giselle Bundchen involved in this. Shaq. They tried to serve Shaq a lawsuit for months.
Have they gotten him yet?
They finally
did.
They were throwing papers at his car as he was leaving his house in Atlanta out of his gated community.
He kept evading them.
He did. Shaq was evading them.
It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff.
So everyone thought that Taylor Swift was a genius. Remember we did the story that Taylor Swift turned down FTX. She was one of the big celebrities that had the foresight that something just didn't seem quite kosher.
Well, doesn't her dad have a background in like financial planning or something?
I believe he does, but guess what? And her dad lives right here in the Tampa Bay area. I think doesn't he have a condo, not far from here. I think Taylor Swift's dad has a condo in downtown St. Pete off the beach, right?
Yeah, I was over there the other day.
Yeah, me and Mr. Swift were shooting pigeons off.
We're
the
doing
roof.
shuffleboard.
All right, so here's the deal. New stories have come out in the last 24 hours that Taylor Swift was all hot to trot, wanted to get into the FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF crypto business. So this story is being flipped 180. This is being turned on its head. Listen to this from Fortune.com. Taylor Swift actually was dumped by FTX after signing a $100 million plus deal. The story now is that Taylor Swift wanted in, and they said no to her for some reason. Wow. Listen to this story from Fortune. In Love Story, one of Taylor Swift's most popular songs, the celebrity croons the following to her lover right before the track's chorus. I was begging you, please don't go. That sentiment is perhaps a more accurate depiction of the pop star's team's mood after an endorsement deal broke down between Swift, who was previously said to wield a nuanced understanding of U.S. securities law, and the disgraced FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, according to a new report from the New York Times. So the New York Times on this, I've got Fortune magazine here. In 2022, after more than 6 months of negotiations, Swift's team signed a sponsorship deal with the now bankrupt crypto exchange worth north of $100 million per a previous report from the Financial Times. But right before FTX signed, Bankman-Fried pulled out of the deal. Taylor Swift's team was reportedly frustrated and disappointed. So this changes the whole thing. We thought a couple of months ago that Taylor Swift was so intelligent, so smart, that she saw the problems of FTX crypto meltdown coming from a mile away, that she was so smart, or her advisors, they kept her away. No, that was a lie. Now we're finding out that they were begging to get into a $100 million deal, and FTX nixed the deal. This changes everything. Everyone thought that Taylor Swift was some genius And she had amazing advice, and she was one of the celebrities that did not get caught up in the whole FTX crypto meltdown. And now we find out it's completely opposite.
Taylor.
How about that?
Wow.
Never, ever, ever getting back together.
Not with FTX.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
good of a salesman was this guy? I mean, I don't get it.
They wanted it. They could taste it. $100 million deal. And it was that Sam Bankman-Fried disheveled maniac that nixed the deal with Taylor Swift. Roxanne, you haven't said anything in 5 minutes, and you're just smiling. What do you do? Are you texting people?
Yeah, I'm actually, people are sending me information as we're talking. For example, someone sent me an text that said they dropped the charges on the FTX guy. So now I'm researching that to see if that's actually true.
They didn't drop the charges on Sam Bankman-Fried.
And that's why I didn't blurt it out, because I'm researching it. And the most recent stuff I found is that Sam Bankman-Fried loses bid to toss criminal charges over FTX's collapse.
No, he's in trouble. And now we've got Taylor Swift is being exposed here, as that whole story, that whole narrative was not true.
So the person who reached an agreement, a plea agreement, is old chipmunk face. What's her name? Ellison is her name. Caroline Ellison.
God, man, it looks like you can find her in a local creek building a dam.
So this is from several months ago. She's testifying against.
By the way, if you were just watching MJTV, you saw my beaver teeth move that went along with the sound effect of me going.
She definitely looks like some sort of
woodchuck
creature.
Some kind of forest creature. Yeah. I'm not sure what. A beaver, a squirrel, a basquirrel. I mean, something that's completely new.
But a hybrid.
All right, moving along. Roxanne, you got to figure out how to balance being on the radio on the show and engaging with our listeners on text, because I realize that you're trying to engage, but you disappear from the show for like 5-10 minutes at a time.
Right now, someone is asking how they can listen to me during midday, so I'm working on that. I'm sending them a listen live link.
How about worrying about the show and worrying about that later? That's not priority.
It's her show.
How do you listen during middays? You listen to 104.7 FM.
He watches in North Carolina. He watches YouTube.
Then you go to any of our live streams on Odyssey, iHeart, tune in, or go to my Q105 app and listen to our live stream. That's how you can hear you. Doing 5-10 second talks an hour.
Hey, it's Roxanne. It's really hot out today. Here's Phil Collins.
Well, now he knows.
All right. So, folks.
Hey, it's Roxanne. It's going to rain this afternoon.
I never say that.
Here's Uptown Girl by Billy Joel.
I love that song.
Uptown Girl.
Yeah, right.
All right. So.
Oh, it's such a busy
you know what I do on my
weekend.
show? You know what I do on my midday show? I talk a lot of crap about you guys.
Oh, that MJ. Oh, what a piece of work. All right.
I hate working with that bastard.
Here's some Sheena Easton.
Moving along, we'll have Hal Herman and Froggy doing a game show. Back that song up, coming up in a bit. You'll be able to call in, be a contestant live in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. Stand by. Hey, next week. Hey, Andrew, do you have that Can you play that promo? The $1,000 cash promo. Do you have that? Can you find it in the system? Because starting next week, folks, we're blowing out money. We've got $1,000 that we're giving away multiple times. I think it's I got to get the actual number, but we're giving away like well over $10,000. We're giving away $1,000 a pop beginning next week. And it's going to originate right here on the MJ Morning Show. Now, this is not one of the national contests that all the radio companies do. This is local Q105, U 104.7 FM, local Tampa Bay listeners only. All the winners will be listening to Q105, not other stations around the country. All right. So this all starts next week as we're going to be blowing out $1,000 pop multiple times over the course of a couple of weeks, actually. So I'm really pumped about this. Hey, Andrew, do you have the promo yet? Did you find it? It's in the log.
He's looking for it.
Shouldn't be tough to find. Anyway, we have a little internal issue here. Let me know if you find the promo. Do you have it? Andrew, do you have it?
He'll let you
thumbs
know.
up, thumbs down, thumbs. Maybe. Okay, here, play the promo. Roll that. And here, listen to this. Listen to this.
Busch Gardens te invita al Food and Wine Festival que está de regreso.
That is not what I'm looking for.
Clearly not it.
So the Food and Wine Festival sounds muy bien.
That is not
Muy bien at El Busch Gardens.
That is not what
I was like, wait a minute.
Andrew, do you have it now?
All right, Andrew.
Okay, play it. Go ahead.
The free money is back on Q105, starting Monday at 9 a.m. Listen to get your share of MJ's Cash Stash, only on Q105.
All right, folks, we're blowing out a lot of money. And it all starts Monday, and you got to be listening in the 9 o'clock hour in order to get the details on how to win the money every single day. Big money on the way from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, so we have an internal issue here.
I'm sorry. Can I hear the rest of the Busch Gardens spot in Spanish? Because I really want to know more about the Food and Wine Festival.
All right, so here's the deal. We have a stalking problem.
What?
Roxanne has made me aware of a stalker issue. It's not some crazed, maniac, psychotic, mentally ill listener. No.
Not this time.
Apparently, it's Fester.
Maybe it is a crazy person.
What?
Yeah. Oh, Froggy, you don't know about this yet.
No.
Froggy, listen to this. We got to bring Froggy up to speed.
You're kind of the catalyst of all of this. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
All right, we'll make the whole story clear. So, why is Fester stalking Roxanne? What's the story? What is going on? Can you peel yourself away from the text screen for just a few minutes? Because, folks can call us or text us.
I know.
At 800-990-1047. And Roxanne, if you hear like the show and Roxanne hasn't spoken for like 12 or 15 minutes at a time, that's because she's like immersed and she's in a trance looking at the computer screen answering texters.
I know why you're picking on me about it today, because some people are sending some funny stuff and I'm laughing and you see me over here laughing and then you're like, what is she doing? That's why you're all keyed up about it.
You're disappearing from the show. All right.
I'm talking to my friends.
All right, so let's talk about this stalker issue.
Yeah.
And Fester is now stalking you. What is going on?
Okay, so I was at Adventure Island last Monday, and
with your psycho sister?
Yeah, we can talk about that at some point.
That's a whole different story. Oh my God! All right, go ahead.
So I have my phone in one of those cases to protect it from getting wet. You know, the
smart.
Because I'm going on all the slides,
like a little dry bag or whatever it is.
Right. But you can kind of press the buttons through the bag, but it's kind of hard to. And so I see something pop up on my screen, and it was like, Fester wants you to share your location. And I think I was probably not going to share my location, but I was trying, my fingers through the screen didn't work, and I ended up sharing my location.
Fester, hold on. Fester, what did you send Roxanne about sharing her location?
I think it's an Apple prompt. So, for the record, I don't ever care where Roxanne is, ever, besides 5:59 in the morning to 9:50 in the morning.
And you don't even care then?
Barely. I actually look forward to when you're not.
So somehow, because all you guys, you're too hip. You guys are too cool for school. You guys all have iPhones. I'm the only one with an Android.
You're the one who thinks you're too cool.
Anyway, so with Apple, you guys can follow each other. Is that it? Or track each other?
Yeah. So I asked Roxanne if she was going somewhere the next day. And because I mentioned a location, and the place was Froggy's Beach House, because we all met at Froggy's Beach House on Tuesday of the week that you were in the Cayman Islands.
Last week, while I was scuba diving in Little Cayman.
The Little Man in Little Cayman. Right. That's how I remember it.
That's great. Get your little guy digging. There you go.
I asked Roxanne, hey, we all going to go to Froggy's house tomorrow. And then Apple must have prompted her, do you want to share your location with Fester?
So now, Roxanne, you push the button on your screen.
And it ended up accepting, and it was like 3 choices, and it hit the one in perpetuity, I guess.
So
you can share your location for an hour, you can share your location for 24 hours.
Or forever?
Forever. Yes.
It's like a forever chemical. Fester's a forever chemical.
So at all times now, I go to my Apple screen and I know exactly where Roxanne is.
Oh my! Look at this thing. I see the dot. It's right here.
Right now, she's at the radio station. I mean, I know exactly where she is.
So, Roxanne, you can't figure out how to shut this off?
No, I'm sure I can find somebody around here who can turn it off. But I have to tell you, something weird has happened where Fester and I are I know you don't mind me saying this, we're very hot and cold. And ever since you have my location, I feel like we've been getting along better. Maybe it gives you a sense of comfort to know where I am at all times. So we can leave it, you know.
Okay.
Listen. You know what's really creepy is you come out of Dillard's and he's sitting there waiting by your car, you know.
Hi, Roxanne. Hi, Cy, the photo guy.
Wow. Suddenly he lives nowhere near you. You live in West Chase. He lives in the LA area,
I'm in LA.
which is the Lutz area.
Right.
And suddenly, Fester, you're always bumping into him at like Publix in West Chase.
I mean,
He sees what book you're reading and gets the same book.
I mean, MJ.
I'm reading the same book. Oh my God.
I mean, here's the deal, MJ. You know, on that Monday, I go to my phone and I look for something, and I'm like, why do I know that Roxanne is on Busch Boulevard?
And then
she took like a back road on Nebraska. I'm like, why isn't Roxanne on Nebraska and Busch? And I'm like, that's not exactly an area I think of when I think of Roxanne. And I call her. I go, why are you in Nebraska and Busch? And she's like, oh, I went to Adventure Island. I'm taking a back road.
All right, Roxanne, I don't have a lot of time here.
Okay.
You got to tell the story in 2 minutes.
Because we have to get to Hal.
When you told me, I got a lot of things to do, but when you told me the story, you took up an hour of my life, okay?
God.
I need you to condense this into 2 minutes. All right, Roxanne's sister is nuts. All right. Tell everyone what happened, and this also has to do with the Adventure Island trip.
It does. It was Adventure Island Day. So we're driving to Adventure Island, me and my sister and our 4 girls, because she has 2 and I have 2. They're same ages, and we're so happy. We grew up there, went there as kids all the time and loved it. And my sister was even like, you know what, Roxanne, she went through cancer. She's like, as I was going through my worst times of cancer, I would just picture us taking the girls to Adventure Island, and so happy. You know, that was her like happy place that she would go to. So happy to go there, but things turned sour when I got separated from my sister for about an hour. Okay, and the reason I got separated is because I had the little girls and she had the big girls, the 6-year-olds. She had the 6-year-olds, I had the 3-year-olds. And we had a plan to meet at a particular location if we got lost.
Right.
And she was we were floating.
Were you going
around,
to different, or you were floating around in
Yes.
They have a lazy river deal?
Yes.
Or?
Yes. So I'm really into slides. The water slides is like my favorite thing. So I had mapped out every slide we were going to do. And I really want to take the big girls on all the slides, but that's not fair. And so I try to be a nice big sister. And I was like, all right, Angie, I just took the girls on Riptide. We had fun. You can go take the big girls on Arubatuba.
I cut to the chase.
So she goes on Arubatuba. I'm floating around the lazy river. I forget what cutesy tootsy name they have for the lazy river at Adventure Island, but I'm in the lazy river and I'm like, go to this meeting point, meet us, watch for us to swoop around, and then that's how we'll meet. Well, I timed it. It was like a 10-minute loop around the lazy river. And so we went around like a time and a half, and I'm like, where are they? They're not here yet. So I said, little girls, let's go watch them come down Arubatuba. So we go to watch them come down. 30 minutes go by. I'm asking people getting off Arubatuba, how long is this line? This is, and they're like, oh, it's a quick line. So then I go,
It's called Arubatuba?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm like, we must have.
Oh, by the way, your lazy river is called the Rambling Bayou.
See, there you go.
That's
Rambling
that's
Bayou.
the cutesy tootsie name, the Rambling Bayou.
Bunch of cutesy tootsie namers over there at Adventure Island.
I'm gonna help cut to the chase here. So Roxanne and Roxanne's sister, they did not meet up. They were separated for like an hour. Roxanne's sister goes to security and claims that Roxanne and the little girls were kidnapped.
She was crying.
She was crying and filing a missing persons report, and that Roxanne and the 3-year-olds were kidnapped and sold into some kind of slavery.
Possibly abducted.
possibly abducted. And then, but listen, I don't blame her.
She actually went to Busch Gardens to Adventure Island security?
Yeah, we have traumatic things in our life, and we kind of go to the worst place. And so I don't blame her. I did the same thing. When I couldn't find her, I was like, did they fall off the top of the Rubatuba Tower? Well, I don't hear ambulances. Okay, that bitch probably just took the kids on another slide. It's my turn to go on the slides. So I went to the worst place, and then I reeled myself back in.
But there's an animal alert for you and the kids.
Yes, there was an alert, and she said,
Roxanne,
everybody
Wilder.
out of the water, and everybody out.
They asked her, they're like, an adult is missing, and she's like, yeah, she's an adult, and they're like, okay, can you describe her? And she's like, she's petite. I'm not petite.
Oh, you're kind of tiny
compared to whom?
Like 5,
it's all relative.
5'6". So it was a big thing. And then when I saw her, she was crying. She was mad at me.
Oh my gosh!
Mm-hmm. But everything.
I think she needs some pills.
Yeah, I mean, is she currently seeing a therapist?
It was traumatic. I mean,
you're at a water park and she files a missing person report. She's got security on red alert. You got Paul Blart, mall cop, and they're like searching the whole park for you.
Well, are there thousands of people there on a Monday?
It was packed. It was packed.
Did they call in the TPD choppers?
Have you seen a woman in a bikini?
Bring out the bloodhounds.
All right, so she's a woman in a bikini with like long hair and 2 kids.
And petite.
Petite-ish.
I saw her.
And she also thought that when she told the Adventure Island security people that they kind of gave her a funny look, and she interpreted the funny look as they were in on the kidnapping plot.
Well, did Fester have your location at this point? Yes or no?
The funny thing is,
yes.
You asked me for my location right when I couldn't find her. And so it was like...
And then you're fumbling with your screen through the dry bag.
Yes.
And you activated. Fester can now see you all the time, wherever you are.
Do I have any weird patterns that you've observed? Or is there anything new you've learned about me now that you know every second of the day where I am?
Well, he told me that he saw you at the XTC Adult Center.
Oh, did you pick up the DVD I told you?
All right. Roxanne, let's acknowledge how excellent Adventure Island security is for not kicking your sister out immediately for this ruse that she put them through.
They have a rubber room over at Adventure Island security.
Man, you're going to have to stay in the kiddie pool for your own health.
So you need to figure out how to also shut off Fester's tracking, all you Apple folks. By the way, I was at the Apple store on Monday, and I would like to I spent a lot of money at the Apple store. You want to know why Apple is now a $3 trillion company? The first ever?
Because of the $1 trillion you spent there this week?
Virtually, yes. Well, first of all, let me say that the Apple crew at the International Plaza are the meanest, nasty... No, I'm kidding. They are so nice.
Yeah.
The Apple people, all kidding aside, the Apple people, the people that I've dealt with, because I only go to Apple really for the kids. You know, Julian had a phone that malfunctioned. He had Apple Care, so he got a new phone.
You have an iPad, don't you?
I do have an iPad.
Okay.
But I bought the iPad. I think I got that through Verizon. I had some deal through Verizon, my cell carrier. So I don't really go to the Apple store unless it's for the kids. And my experience, honestly, at International Plaza at the Apple store, very positive. I mean, everyone that I've dealt with there in the last number of years has just been incredibly nice. You know, sometimes I'm recognized, sometimes I'm not. I'll tell you what I did. Do on Monday. I dropped $4,300 on a new laptop for Julian because Julian is going to NYU Film School, needs a really fast MacBook Pro for video editing, for Final Cut and Premiere and Adobe and this and that. And so Julian's last laptop that he had was like 4 years ago. So, and the thing's falling apart, and I got to give the kid credit. The kid has really stretched out a laptop with a lot of use over 4 years.
Okay.
So I give the kid credit. So he's going to NYU Film School, Tisch School in September. He's coming in as a freshman. And so I was at the Apple store. That's expensive. $4,300 for a MacBook Pro 16 with this gigabytes and that, and this processor, the M2 X12 9700J, with the clock speed of a jillion gigawatts.
Did he tell the Apple person exactly what he wanted, or did the Apple person make suggestions?
No. Listen, Julian goes in knowing he had the specs. He just went boom, boom, boom. And the computer he wanted was not off the shelf. They only stock up to like a certain amount, and Julian's is all juiced up, jammed up. So his had to be ordered. Plus, he gets the education bundle.
There's a discount there, isn't there?
Well, it is. Plus, he shows his NYU acceptance letter, and he got a student discount.
Oh, that's
He got
awesome.
like a $150 gift card.
What does he keep the letter laminated or something?
No,
in his
it's in his
backpack?
freaking email. He just
Okay,
shows
all
him,
right,
he showed them his new NYU.edu email account. So, but when I keep seeing the stories, Apple's now worth $3 trillion. Yeah, I dropped $4,300 there on Monday.
What a
Wow.
rube you are.
Yeah. No, well, listen, that'll last him hopefully his entire 4 years of college. So, hey, before we bring in Hal Herman, before we bring in the interactive portion of the MJ Morning Show today, guess what? You know that Voice of TPA thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember where I promoted it for like 7 hours on the tram?
7 minutes.
I mean, I wish they would have called us, I don't know, a month before the last day.
Yeah, for like a day maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on the tram at Tampa International Airport at TPA. So I was the voice for like half a day promoting Be the Voice of TPA. Now, the story is, and they've done this now for a couple of years, that during the month of July, they hold, or during June, they hold a contest. And it's for anyone that wins to become the voice on the tram for the whole month of July, delivering the message, welcome to Tampa, go to get your baggage over here, rental cars over there. So you got an incoming message, an outgoing message if you're leaving town. And they raffle this off, and all of the proceeds, I think it was like $5 a shot.
Yes.
And all the proceeds benefit United Way. And remember, Bo Zimmer, formerly at Channel 10, he now is in communications at the airport. He was on the show, and we promoted this. Become the voice of TPA. All the proceeds benefiting United Way. Guess what? The winner, I was just told by Bo, listen to this. Bo sent me an email yesterday from TampaAirport.com, and it says, our voice of TPA winner says they signed up after hearing the MJ Morning Show talk about the contest.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Ooh.
Thanks again for all your help in getting the word out. The winner is a retired Marine pilot from MacDill and has a cool story. And isn't that great?
That's awesome.
So the winner of the Voice of TPA, so it's the voice you're going to hear during the month of July on the tram. If you're leaving the main terminal going out to the airside, or if you're coming from the gate to get your baggage, the voice is going to be this guy who heard about it and the contest here on the MJ Morning Show.
I think I heard him on Sunday.
Yeah, you probably did.
Yeah.
Listen, this just shows the reach of this show. It's really incredible how much I hear about everything we do, the amount of listeners that we have, our sponsors. I hear the stories from our sponsors, and especially the live spots that I do. I do live commercials for International Diamond Center. I do commercials for Two College Brothers, for Zero Res, the Holland Group, the Duncan Duo. Enhanced Home Solutions.
Heck, I have Plan B AC coming out to my house again next week.
Plan B Air Conditioning.
That reminds me, I need Plan B's info.
Weather Tight Windows.
I'll get you-
Kemp Rouge and Green, your car accident team. I know the response. My live clients are getting unbelievable response. The return on their investment is enormous. So if you ever wanted to have me do a live commercial for your business, I think there's like one or two spots that we could squeeze in. So listen, if you're interested, just drop me an email, mj@mjmorningshow.com, mj@mjmorningshow.com. But I hear from Two College Brothers. I hear from Plan BAC. I mean, we're sending them customers every single day. Who just said they need Plan B to come out?
Froggy.
All right, no, Fester, you need them as well.
I got him on the reg. Me and Kenny, he comes by and does
regular maintenance.
Yeah, the maintenance.
All right, Froggy, what's wrong with your stuff now?
I don't know. It seems to be messing up again.
That's the perfect time to call Plan BAC.
I'll call Kenny, the owner of Plan BAC, later on. We'll set you up.
Thank
all right?
you, sweetheart.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, guess what time it is?
Hold on, stop.
What? Stop what?
Are you going to say it's time for the game with Hal Herman?
Yes, I am.
Froggy, you better get ready.
What are you talking about? I'm going to let Hal in. He's in the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Hal Herman and Back That Song Up.
Stretch.
You want me to stretch it out? Because Hal Herman's not...
Hal's not ready. Stretch.
Oh, jeez. What is he, putting on a wig like that mercenary guy in...
Keep going with the intro. Hal's not ready yet.
Oh, wait a sec.
Everybody!
Oh, he's ready.
Hal Herman has arrived!
With a bottle of whiskey in his hand. I was going to say, you look stoned. You look stoned.
Listen, it's been a long couple weeks for the Herman house.
I bet it has.
The third wife is filed for divorce.
Wife number 3?
Wife number 3 is out the door.
It's tough being with someone in showbiz.
So I've been staying at the Dutch Motel and hooking up with some light lizards, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Last night went to the dollhouse. And I'm still partaking.
Hold on, you went to the... Is that a little high-end for you?
Very, very high.
Shouldn't you be visiting a place on Adamo Drive?
Well, you know, my favorite place used to be the Seven Seas. You remember the Seven Seas?
Oh, yeah, of course.
The smell of that place.
What was that, right down the street from the Mexican place, right?
Yeah, this is the good stuff
right down from Miguel's. Yeah.
It smelled like the Seven Seas.
Anybody want a nip of my ripple?
What do you have here?
What is that? It's a bottle of vodka?
It's a little bit of the vodka. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Okay, this is gin.
Yeah, it's gin. That's what's my gin.
You don't even know what you're drinking.
This is London dry gin.
You don't even know what you're drinking.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'll tell you what it is.
It's 90 proof gin.
Look at this. Hold on. Do you have the camera on him? Is the camera on him? Andrew, did you have the camera on? Andrew!
Stop.
Drinking the whole bottle.
Froggy just drank. Andrew, he just fell over. He just drank a whole bottle of gin. Andrew, did you have the camera on him from the beginning? Yes or no?
Oh, who the hell drinks gin?
Hello, Andrew. Paging. Oh, he's on the phone over there. Huh?
Okay.
All right.
I'm all right. Don't worry about me.
I don't know if... Andrew, did you have the camera on Froggy from the beginning of the chug, or were you not paying attention?
I don't know if I had it from the beginning of the chug, but yeah, he's on there.
Okay.
All right. Let's...
MJ, it smells like a distillery in here now.
Let's go ahead and play. Oh, my God.
It's been a rough one for the Herminator.
Get to the microphone, Hal.
Get close to the mic.
It's been a rough one.
Just talk. Just talk. Don't yell.
You can't drive home, dude.
No.
It's been a rough one for the Herminator.
Are we ready to play?
All right, let's get ready to play.
Other way.
The game.
Turn the microphone
You're
around.
talking into the.
Sorry.
You're talking to the wrong end of the microphone.
I don't ever know how these things work. All right, I have a new game show for you guys.
Hey, welcome back.
I think we've played this before, but
I'm a little buzzarooski, if I'm honest.
You drank 3 cups of gin.
All right.
We'll pick the glass. Hal, we'll pick up the glass later. We'll pick up the glass later. Get back to the microphone.
Did you just break the bottle on the floor?
The entire bottle.
When I fell over, I think I cut my hand open.
Yeah, when he
I
fell,
thought you were going to throw up in the trash can. Oh, that's coming next.
It's about to come up.
All right, folks, it is time to play Back That Song Up. We need callers. We need contestants right now. It's a simple game show. I'm going to explain it because he's drunk already.
That'll be fine. I'll explain it.
Explain the contest.
It's called The Truth Booth is what we're going to do today.
No, it's back That Song Up.
Yes!
800-990-1047. Folks, call up right now to play, and you just got to identify the backward song. We play the song for you backward, and you tell us what song it is. It's called Back That Song Up. Right. Taking callers right now, taking contestants right now, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Let's go. Fire up the phones right now, and let's play. All right, Hal, did I leave anything out? I kind of...
No, but you left out, well, you got to tell them to call up. Call up the show.
I just did.
What's the number?
800...
800-990... 800. I'm going to do it with you.
800-990-1047.
1047. Yeah.
All right, phones are all lit up. I'm waiting for them. Froggy, Fester, can you put the call screener up?
I'm sorry. I'm taken by Hal this morning.
All right, here every line is jammed. I'm ready to play. We already have numerous calls screened. Let's say good morning first to Wendy in Hudson. Wendy, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Good morning, Wendy. And you're in Hudson. Are you driving to work right now?
I am driving to work.
What do you do?
I'm a manager.
Oh, well, listen, can you manage this contest right now? What do you think?
I'm going to try.
All right, say hi to Hal Herman.
Hey, Hal.
Hi, Wendy. How are you? You sound like a lovely lady.
Enjoying your drink this morning.
Oh, baby, have I ever. I'm feeling good. I am lifted to the gills.
All right, tell her how it works, and let's go.
Well, we're going to play a song for you, and of course, it's a very popular song from the 80s. But the only catch is it is in reverse. It's backwards.
All right, here we go. Wendy.
Good luck.
Back that song up. What is this? All right, Wendy, what is that song backward?
I have no idea.
Oh, my God. How'd you not get that one?
Oh,
Wendy.
Really?
It was tough. I didn't know it for the first 15 seconds.
Well, all right, so Wendy, you have no idea.
Wendy, that is a shame.
I know, that's awful. First time I called in and I can't get it.
Wendy, thanks for listening.
That was tougher than I thought it would be.
Wendy, have a great weekend.
You too, thank you.
All right, let's pick up with John. And if the caller doesn't get it, it moves to the next caller. That opens up a line right now, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Let's grab John in St. Pete. John, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. John, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, John, I need you to tell me what is this song backward. Listen.
Take on me.
What?
Take on me.
Did you say take on me? That is correct!
Yes!
Wow! Unbelievable. Look at the yes! Yes!
Take on me.
Take on me!
John, that is that is impressive.
That is correct.
All right, now he's listening back.
Hey, dumbass, stop listening to yourself.
John, thanks for listening.
Sorry, I'm a little...
Don't call him a dumbass.
That was really good, though. I can't believe I got it.
All right. So, John, congratulations. You played that very, very well. Let's grab, that opens up a line, 800-990-1047. Let's grab Riley in Lithia. Riley, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Why are we having a delay with all the callers today?
Riley, hello.
Riley, can you hear me?
Yes.
Riley, now Andrew, our producer, thinks you're a kid. How old are you?
I'm 10.
Oh, and Riley, are you familiar with a lot of the songs from the 80s?
No.
Oh, this
ought to work
great, Riley.
This ought to work very, very well.
Okay.
All right. Riley, you're in Lithia. Are you driving the car right now?
No.
Who's driving the car?
My mom.
Let's have her play as well, since you're barely out of the womb.
Since you were born in like 2013.
Yeah, Riley
your mom play.
Riley was born in 2013. All right, so Riley, can Mom hear us as well? Are you guys on hands free?
Yes, she's laughing.
All right, fantastic. Riley, first of all, it's great to have a 10-year-old listener. Thank you so much. And Mom, can you say hi, Mom?
Hello.
Mom, what's your name?
My name is Patricia.
All right, guys, here we go.
Yeah.
Name this song. Back that song up. What is this? Backward. All right, do you guys know?
I have no idea.
Do you know? That's a tough one. Do
Yeah,
you know
it
what?
is.
But it's a well-known song. Do you know what that is?
No, I have no idea.
How about the 10-year-old?
Yeah, we're talking to Riley.
How about Riley? What song is that, Riley?
I honestly don't know.
Well, I'm sorry. I got to give you
I'm
guys the
sorry.
big. Yeah.
Come on, Riley.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, thank you for prefacing your answer with, I honestly don't know. We know you honestly.
Guys, thanks for calling in. Thanks for listening.
Good try.
Thank you.
Bye,
What
guys.
about
Thank you.
Stepson's is 10. He's a prick.
What? What did you just
Yeah,
say?
it just reminds me of my stepson, Eric. He's a little dick.
I don't know it.
We just
Sorry, I'm just saying, what about my
Froggy.
second wife and this
Froggy.
kid is just, I hate him.
This is transitioning from a game show to
I'm sorry.
Hal just dumping his marital problems
It's
on
like
us.
it's drunk problem rambling.
I'm sorry. I move on with the game.
Hey, Doug in Riverview, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Bridget.
Doug, are you there?
Yes, hello.
All right. Well, what are you talking about, Bridget? For who's Bridget?
No. It's no one named Bridget. I'm driving. I'm on my way to Bradenton from Riverview.
All right, it sounds like you're drinking buddies with Hal Herman over
Hey,
here.
man, did we just hang out at the All House?
Hey, Al, how's it going?
Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
All right, so Doug driving in Riverview right now. Doug, what is this song? The last caller missed it. Listen.
I think I know, but I'm not.
Hold on one sec. A little more.
I like the song
All
backwards.
right, Doug, do you know what that song is?
No, I don't know, man.
God, Doug!
I tried. I thought I had to do for a minute.
Nope. Doug, thanks for playing along. Opens up a line.
That was really tough.
This might be a tough one, but it was a #1 song.
Is it?
It was a #1 song from the summer of '86.
Yes, I
It
remember
was.
it well.
Yeah.
I remember it well.
Oh.
800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 opens up a line.
Can I guess?
No, Roxanne, you're not
No.
playing. Roxanne's like, I know it. I don't know it.
By the way, the crew has no idea what song.
No.
The only folks that know the songs are Froggy, Hal Herman, and Andrew, and me, because I can see the screen. But Fester and Roxanne, they don't know what the songs are.
I don't know what this one is either.
Tara is in Brandon. Tara, welcome to Back That Song Up with Hal Herman on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Hi, Tara.
All right, Tara, are you ready to hear the song again?
I am ready.
What song is this? Tara, do you have any idea what song that is?
I have no idea, but I'm going to take a guess.
Yes?
Say you, say me.
No.
Say no.
Say you, say me.
Say wrong.
MJ, Hal.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Masu.
Thank you, Tara Masu.
You know what I'm saying? The dessert that
I
has
love you guys. Have a good morning.
Thank you, Tara. Thanks for
Lady
listening.
fingers dipped in chocolate? Or
Yeah.
dipped in espresso?
Good little Italian
MJ,
dessert.
This is a hard one.
All right, how many
Guesses?
callers are we going to let this song take out?
Yeah. I think we need to give a clue.
I just did. It was the #1 song, and it was from a movie.
Oh,
it
I didn't hear that part.
It was
Okay.
movie music from the summer of '86.
I mean,
and
it's so popular.
It's a #1 song.
Can I give another clue?
No, that's enough.
How do you know? You don't even know it.
Let me. You don't even know what
I
song
figured it out.
Roxanne thinks she's figured it
Oh,
out.
really? All right. Well, I'll tell you what. If Rob in Seminole doesn't get it, Then we're going to let Roxanne guess.
Yeah,
Rob, welcome to the MJ Morning Show, Rob.
Well, thanks for having me, MJ. I'm just trying to figure that song out, and I can't get it at all.
Hey, sir, you sound like an idiot talking like that.
Hal, that wasn't gin. That was gas you had. I got the gin over here.
I'll be there in a little bit.
All right. All right.
All right. So you're telling me, Rob, you have no idea what this is? You have no idea what song that is backward.
It sounds like a woman.
I mean, it could.
Well,
Could be 50-50.
Actually, the vocals go, it's male and female, the part of this band. But we can't give it to you, Rob. All right, Roxanne, you think you know what song this is?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me play it one more time. All right, before you guess, I want to take one more call.
Somebody's got to know this.
Melanie in St. Pete. Melanie, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Melanie, do you know what song that is backward?
She hung up.
Melanie, are you there? Yeah, Melanie's gone. All right, let me grab Justin in Plant City. Justin, do you have any idea what song that is?
Nah, maybe Take My Breath Away or something. But I don't know.
All right, I'm moving on.
I
All
wish
right.
your breath would go away.
Wow. All right, so we just opened up two lines, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Roxanne, you think you know what song this is?
Can I give a morbid clue?
We don't like morbid.
What is your...
if Hal doesn't like it, I won't do it.
What is your morbid clue?
Go ahead, give it a...
Pancreatic cancer.
Jesus
What?
Christmas.
Is it I had the time of my life?
Jesus Christ on a crutch. Who is this broad?
Hold on, you think it's like Bill Medley?
Is it I had the time of my life?
She thinks it's Patrick Swayze.
No,
it's not.
No,
Patrick Swayze. I wish I could put you in the corner.
Oh, not Bill Medley and Jennifer Warren. They did that song.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no, that's not the.
That's not it?
That's not.
Oh, man.
This is
I
not.
thought I knew it. It's not I had the time of my life?
No. Wait a sec. Andrew says that line 6 might have the answer.
Oh, my God.
Line 6 is who? Gina. Gina.
Hi, this is Gina from Lakeland.
Gina in Lakeland. Do you know the backwards song?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It is Nothing Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship.
Each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Okay, what movie was this?
Mannequin?
Mannequin. The movie.
I'm not too sure.
Mannequin.
No, the movie was Mannequin.
That's right.
With
yeah, you know what? I was about
Andrew McCarthy, right?
And Kim
I
Cattrall.
wasn't sure, and I love that movie.
Yeah. Gina, fantastic.
Gina, thank you for getting out of that hellhole.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. All right, now we get to move on with a whole new song now.
That was brutal.
All right, that opens up a line, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Call up, we play a backward song, and you tell us what it is. It's Back That Song Up. Let's grab Reba in Lakeland.
Reba, all right.
Reba, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
We are doing well. Reba, name this song backward. Back that song up. I totally hear that song.
Is easy.
All right,
That's
so
easy.
Reba, what song is that?
I have no idea.
Reba!
Oh no.
I mean, if we would have played a Reba song, you probably would have gotten it.
All right.
Get with it, Reba.
Reba, thanks for playing.
If we would have played Fancy backwards, you would have gotten it.
I think that's an easy one. I hear that one very easily. Steve's in Tampa. Steve, back that song up. Let me play it one more time. What song is this backward? Listen. Do you have any idea what that is, Steve?
It sounds like an Aretha Franklin song. I'm going to say Respect, maybe?
Oh, my God.
Nope.
Aretha Franklin, that guest stinks.
If I would have said name the exact opposite of what this singer is, Aretha Franklin would have been my answer.
Thanks for the try, Steve. Jim is in Clearwater. Hey, Jim, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Do you know what that song is backward?
I believe I do.
All right, let me play it just a little bit one more time. Here it is backward. Jim, what song do you think that is?
Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham.
That is absolutely correct.
Where's my drink? Where is it?
You smashed it.
Oh, damn it, I forgot.
That was fantastic. Jim, right on the money, buddy. Thanks for playing.
Wow.
See, that's the way you do it.
That was
Jim,
really good.
Congratulations. All right, man, I love this game.
I wonder if it's harder to hear it through the phone line, or they're better if you wait, you hear it through the radio. Am I blabbing?
No, don't wait to hear it through the radio because it's a 20-second delay.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Let's grab Melanie. See, man, the audience loves this game. Melanie in St. Pete, you're on with Hal Herman on the MJ Morning Show, and back that song up. Welcome, Melanie.
Good morning.
Melanie, are you ready to play?
I am.
Tell us what song this is backward. Oh, this is easy. All right, hold it. Do you know what it is, Melanie?
No, sir.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. Hey, thanks for playing, Melanie. Have a great day. Cheryl is up next in Tampa.
Can't believe it.
Cheryl, how are things this morning for you?
Good. How are you?
We are phenomenal here at the MJ Morning Show. I'll play it for you one more time. Back that song up. Tell us, what is this backward? Cheryl, do you know what that is?
Don't You Want Me, Baby?
Yes! Fantastic, Cheryl.
Wow.
That's how you play that game.
Wow. Well, I'm going to pitch this to a network. Noggin, baby.
Congratulations, Cheryl. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Bye, Cheryl.
That was beautiful. Opens up a line, 800-990-1047. How about Gina in Plant City? Hey, Gina, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Gina, are you ready to play Back That Song Up?
I think so. I knew all the other ones. So
that's what they always say. That's the kiss of death. That's the kiss of death.
Gina, you've known everyone so far?
Everyone.
All right. Tell us what this is. Gina in Plant City, do you know what that song is backward?
Is it Hungry Like the Wolf?
Jesus!
Yes, it is!
Oh! Absolutely! Wow! Gina, you're amazing!
Yes! Oh, my God. You know what?
You're really talented.
I think we ought to play some more for her.
Yeah.
I bet she can't get the next one.
All right, hold on.
I thought it was reflex.
All right.
That's a lot of pressure.
All right. I'll tell you what.
You seem really good at this.
Tell us what this is. I'm going to give you I want to see how good you really are. All right. Tell me what this song is backward. Gina, do you know what song that is backward?
I can't think of the name, but I'm pretty sure it's Tina Turner.
What's her biggest hit? Like her biggest.
One more. Can I hear it one more time?
She's gonna get it. She's gonna get it.
But she knows it's Tina Turner. This is amazing. All right, one more time. Here we go. Wow!
Okay, I got it.
What?
What's love got to do with it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty on the phone for a second.
Okay, MJ, I know that Tina Turner just kind of, kicked the bucket, but I think I like the reverse song better than the forward way song.
It's really good.
This, I think, is a tough one.
Yeah,
and actually,
if you get this will be a miles.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Tell us what this 80s hit is backward. And there's actually some current event significance here.
Yeah.
All right, listen to this. All right, let's see if backward music savant Gina from Plant City can figure that one out. What is that?
It's Madonna, and I can't think of the name, but it's something Bonita.
Yes!
Yes, that's the name.
Oh my God! It's La Isla Bonita. Oh my God!
I've been to that island, La Isla Bonita. There's the sandals there.
You know, there's more on Madonna. Seriously, the whole Madonna thing, as we told you yesterday, there were reports that they had to use Narcan to bring her back from the dead because of her bacterial infection, that apparently the Narcan can be used for other uses besides like a narcotics overdose.
Yeah, because she had septic and her blood pressure dropped.
Now listen to this. I heard from, well, let me just put it this way without giving too much away, from some record industry executives that Madonna was like dead. I heard from a source from record industry executives, and then also Madonna's not out of the woods yet, that she still is in some dire circumstances. So, Gina, should we give Gina another one?
I don't understand how Gina, are you dyslexic or something?
No, we just listen to a lot of 80s music at night.
Yeah, backwards
My
apparently.
goodness, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna Gina.
How about one more?
I'm having a lot of fun with Gina here. So
Gina's really cool.
Yeah, one more. What song is this backward? Gina, that's kind of easy. Who is that? What song?
It's Michael Jackson. It's either, can I hear it one more time?
All right, here we go. She's got Michael Jackson right. Here we go. All right, what Michael Jackson song is that?
Is it, Billie Jean?
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Gene, I'm tired of you. You think you're so great.
That is 100% right.
Yeah.
Billie Jean.
All right, Gina, you've proven yourself.
Yeah, seriously,
You're
Gina.
the Joey Chestnut of reverse music.
Yeah, okay, Gina's getting a little full of herself
One
here.
more. Hold on.
One more?
Yeah, because this is a tough one.
She's obviously a savant.
All right, Gina, one more, because my lines are loaded here. One more. You ready?
Okay, I'm going to try.
Gina, the backward savant from Plant City. You know what? Hey, Michelle, Julian, I want to go to Buddy's market.
Fred's Market?
I'm sorry, Fred's Market. I want to go. I want to go this weekend.
Yeah, that place is good.
I got to have the name of the place.
Why don't
right.
you go with Gina and she'll read the
What is it-
menu
what is it?
backwards to you?
Because no, it used to be Buddy
It used to
Freddy.
be Buddy Freddy's.
Yeah, it used to be Buddy Freddy's.
They
so that's why
closed. They knocked it down. They built a Chick-fil-A.
Now
and
it's
put
just
it on Sesame Road.
Freddy's. Now it's what is it called?
Damn it,
Fred's.
it's the other one.
There's a Tootsie strip club right around there. I know
All right.
that.
Fred's Market.
Fred's Marketplace or whatever it is. All right, so last one. This I think is a little tough. Okay. What is this backward, Gina? Gina, do you know what song that is?
I do.
What?
I Want to Love Somebody.
Yes.
I want to love somebody.
Is that how it goes?
By what?
I want to love somebody or something like that.
You know what? You're close.
No,
but
You're off. You're wrong.
Yeah,
You're not
no,
close.
No, you don't have that one. But listen, you did remarkably well, Gina. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing.
Good talking to you.
Thank you.
Hey, it sounded like somebody said, "Oh, bleep that song." Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard some straight ass profanity coming
Play
out
that again.
Backwards.
All right, let's.
Am I hearing things? I know I'm a little drunk. Am I talking louder than usual?
Can you get an FCC violation by playing a song backwards and something slipping through?
That opened up a line. Gina's line is open, 800-990-1047. We'll take another contestant in just a minute. You're telling me that you hear something profane in this backward version?
Yeah, listen to this. I heard a whole bleep.
I think I heard.
I think I heard oh bleep.
I think I heard oh shit. All right, let's go to
Holy
phones.
cow! Now we know what these are.
Kathy, can you believe we have another Gina on it? What are the odds of having another Gina
That's
on
the
hold?
third one, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Let's grab Kathy. Kathy's in Tampa. Kathy,
Yes.
what do you think this is backward? Listen. Here comes the S-bomb.
I'm sure I know this. It's a sad
All right,
story
hold-
behind it.
Do you have any idea what that is?
I Want to Know What Love Is by Kenny Loggins.
Hold on. Say that again.
I Want to Know What Love Is by Kenny Loggins.
It's not Kenny Loggins, but you got the name of the song title right.
Oh, okay. Well, didn't his son fall out of a window when he took him to a circus?
That's
and his
Eric
son went to-
Clapton's son fell out of a window.
Oh, sorry.
No. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, I Want to Know What Love Is.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to her. Yes,
Yeah,
that is correct. I Want to Know What Love Is the name of the song, and it's Foreigner.
I want to know what love
I was in Iceland dancing with my first boyfriend with that song. Yeah.
Oh, really? Wait, did you guys?
Stephen Perry? Isn't it Stephen Perry?
No, it's Foreigner.
Foreigner, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what love is.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you
but
so much. I've been listening to Regina, and I've known a lot of them. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, lead singer.
I just want to know if that was the night you lost your virginity.
No, that was the night of my first kiss in Iceland.
Was it a tongue kiss? Did you get all up in there?
I was.
She was 9. All right, good.
Thanks for all the details.
Thanks for the call. All right, there's another Gina on the line. What is with all these Ginas? Gina's in North Carolina. Hello, Gina. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning.
Great to have you on. Gina, name this backward song. Back that song up. Gina, do you know what song that is?
Phil Collins in the air tonight.
That is correct.
Oh, my God.
In North Carolina. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you.
By the way, a little fun fact about Phil Collins. Did you guys know that his breath smells like a butt?
We heard.
That's a well-known fact.
We heard
like
that one.
literally a butt.
Guys, we're running late here, but man, the phones are loaded.
We can't leave these people hanging.
We can't. Pam's in Sefton. Pam, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Thanks, MJ. How you doing?
We are doing very well. Are you ready for this backward song?
I'm going to give it a whirl.
What song is this backward? Pam, what is that backward?
I have no idea, MJ.
Oh, my God.
Pam! Oh, you're a disappointment to Pams everywhere.
How did you not? How did you not know well?
Pam from The Office is cursing you right now.
I know.
Pam.
Thank you, Pam. That's easy, actually. I hear that one. Terry's in Spring Hill. Terry, can you pick up where Pam dropped the ball? What song is this backward? Pam, do you have any idea what that is?
Pam was the last one.
I'm sorry.
Terry.
I'm sorry.
Terry.
Terry, what song is that?
Terry, I say it's Africa by Toto.
Terry!
That's right.
Yeah.
There, that was it. Fantastic. Hey, good job, Terry. Have a great one.
Back up,
Hey,
Terry.
what was that?
All right, one more. Last caller here.
Hang on a second.
And everyone on hold, hang on. If you... Oh, my God. Hal Herman is throwing up the gin.
I saw.
Oh, God.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, God. If you missed the beginning of the segment, Hal Herman, Froggy, drank a whole fifth of gin.
It's okay, buddy.
That's not fun. Yeah. Throwing up is not fun.
Just
It's
get
scary.
it out. Just get it out, buddy. Just get it out. It'll be okay.
Oh.
I'll be all right.
It's okay, pal.
I've been in this position before.
All right. Let me say good morning to Dawn.
All right, I'm all right.
How can we get that trash can out of the studio?
Good morning.
Put something on my glasses.
Put them the whole way.
You're okay. We might
I'll be back.
Take the trash can with you.
Oh my God.
Oh my. Dawn and St. Pete, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, guys.
Oh boy. All right, Dawn, you're the last caller here. Tell us, what song is this backward? Dawn, do you know what song that is backward?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Dawn, so easy. All right, thank you. I got to go on to the next caller. Even though Dawn was supposed to be last, I told the other callers on hold, don't hang up. Just for that reason, let's pick it up with Nick in Parrish. Nick, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Morning, guys. And let me just say first that your quote-unquote savants are clearly not savants.
Are you kidding me? Gina in Plant City slayed it.
Hey, what's with the attitude, tough guy? Huh?
Gina stumbled over some of the easiest Tina Turner songs out. The one Tina Turner song, she stumbled over it. I'm so disappointed.
All right, Nick. All right.
Oh, no, Nick.
Right,
You know what that rhymes with? Huh?
All right, so Nick, hold on.
Sick. Oh.
Froggy's going to be sick again.
I'm all right.
All right. So, Nick, you better be able to back up your goods here, man. What song is this backward? Listen. Nick, what song is that backward?
Okay, so that's Billy Ocean and it's Caribbean Queen. You guys got to do better than that.
That is 100% right. This guy is good. You know what? I'm going to give him another one.
All right.
Yeah.
Trash talking Nick.
All right. Well, let's see how good you are, tough guy Nick. You want another one?
Let's keep this train rolling. Let's go.
Let's keep the train rolling. What song is this backward?
Sledgehammer, Peter Gabriel.
What'd you say?
Sledgehammer, Peter Gabriel.
That's right. That is correct. That is 100% right. All right, another one. All right, Nick, what song is this backward?
It's Berlin, Take My Breath Away.
Yes, it is Berlin, Take My Breath Away.
Hey, you Nick. You're ruining my game.
Dude, this guy's even better than Dawn.
He's fast.
Give him the tough one.
Okay, all right. What song is this backward? Here we go, Nick. Go. What is this?
Minute work, who can it be now?
Okay, next song, do it in 3D.
That is correct.
Give him that
I'll
one.
show you. I have two more left.
Oh,
All right.
that's the easy
All right,
one.
tough guy Nick. What song is this backward?
Back Dire Straits, Walk of Life.
Yes! that actually sounds the exact same.
All right. I have one more, and then I've exhausted all backward songs for today. This could be the hardest one. Let's see what you're made of, Nick. Are you ready?
All right. I'm ready.
What song is this backward?
Bush Running Up That Hill.
What do you say?
Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush.
Holy crap! Unbelievable!
All right, Nick. Much respect.
Wow, Nick, you're really good at something that matters. Nail.
I mean, listen.
That is really impressive because, listen, that was an obscure song from the 80s that they brought back on Stranger Things last season on Netflix. Dude, that's impressive.
Wow.
Congratulations, Nick.
Yes, congratulations on your vast knowledge of useless trivia.
Nick.
Hey, you want a savant? You call me.
Yeah, things are blowing up my game.
Good job, buddy.
Nick, have a great one, buddy. That was fantastic.
All right, you too, guys.
All right, how about that for a last caller?
He called his shot.
He almost didn't get on if that caller didn't know what the
previous one, yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Here we go. Time to close out. Back that song up on the MJ Morning Show, and a puking Hal Herman who just threw back up a whole fifth of gin that he guzzled before we started this game, like 40 minutes ago?
It's been a very, very good time.
Right,
I'll see you guys later. My name has been Hal Herman.
All right, goodbye. Andrew, did you get that on camera?
Oh my God.
Did you get that? Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I just did a little tipsy, dude.
All right.
Hal tried to walk through the wall instead of the door.
We're running so damn late this morning. Hell with it. It's a Friday show.
Yeah, Friday.
What?
Oh,
See
man.
you punks later.
Are we going to do the Friday?
Yeah.
You
Coming up?
can if you want to. Finally knew somebody.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Mason Dixon, Q105.
All right. Good morning to Mason. We love Mason. All right. So let me take a break. We've got another chunk of the MJ. We start the 9 o'clock hour soon. All right. We're back. We're back in a minute on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Man, that was phenomenal. Hey, some of our great sponsors, which. It is the MJ Morning Show. Mr. Big, who they're not that big in the U.S. anymore, but I think didn't we find out that they're huge in Thailand or something, or they tour Singapore? I don't know.
They're still out there, I believe.
Yeah, they play their one song for 50 minutes.
It's just on a loop. All right, it's the MJ Morning Show. Hey, Cash Stash starts next week, so folks, you want to be listening to the show next week. We're blowing out thousands, and this is going to be all local. The beauty of this is an all-local, Tampa Bay only Q105 contest. We're blowing out. It's the MJ Cash Stash, and you're going to want to – this is significant money. And all the details, we'll have them for you on Monday right here on the MJ Morning Show. Make sure you are listening. I got Goo Goo Gog.
Why can't you say the name of the band?
I can't say
You have a
it.
hard time with that every day.
I can't. I've got Goo Goo Doll tickets this hour.
Start with tickets to see Goo Goo Dolls. So
I got
Goo Goo's
tickets
not
to
your
see
first
Goo
word.
Goo Dolls.
Yes, see?
All right,
Start
so
with tickets, not Goo Goo Dolls.
Goo Goo Dolls tickets. We'll give them away this hour.
Holy cow, you're right. Mr. Big, they have China,
dude,
6 spots in Japan,
Look,
South Korea, Hong Kong.
I'm not making it up. Look,
we talked about this.
Fester is on. It's the Big Finish tour, and they're on tour right now. July 16th, they're going to be in Yangqing, China. Then they're going to be in Nagoya, Japan, Osaka, Japan, Tokyo for 2 nights.
2 nights in
Seoul,
Tokyo.
South Korea, Wanchai, Hong Kong, Taipei, Taiwan, Singapore, Bangkok. 1 night in Bangkok.
Do they sing that?
They ought to do a cover version of that.
I mean, every band that goes to Bangkok's got to do that song.
Bangkok, Oriental City.
Can't say that anymore.
What? Yeah, Oriental. I don't think you're supposed to say it anymore. Manila, Jakarta, Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur. I'm telling you, they're smashing Asia still, Mr. Big.
When are they going to Wuhan?
Oh yeah, we ought to play a set inside the lab where the virus leaked out of in Wuhan. All right, you got the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105. So Cash Stash starts next week. You want to be listening to us on Monday morning. This really is good. We're giving away serious money next week and beyond. So keep listening to the MJ Morning Show. So I mentioned Dumbass Cop. There are not a lot of dumbass cops out there. Most cops are phenomenal public servants, but every once in a while, you got a little bit of an issue. And we have the next phase here, and it's the police officer that wouldn't pull over. This was, remember, over in Central Florida,
right?
The Orlando police officer who was caught on body cam video fleeing a traffic stop last month has now been formally charged. So this is the next phase of the deal here. This is the officer who fled from a traffic stop. Court records show that Officer Alexander Shuni, or Shay, it's Shaouni, however you pronounce that. But, I mean, this is a weird story, because what happened was a Seminole County deputy sheriff sees this Orlando. They're both driving Ford Explorer, you know, the police editions, the police Interceptor Ford Explorers. And you got this Seminole County deputy going one way on a 2-lane road. And here's an Orlando cop going the other way, flying at 80 and a 45. So the Seminole County deputy spins around and goes after the Orlando cop. What is he doing? It's not his jurisdiction. Why is he driving 80 miles an hour? And it was just crazy audio. And we have the body cam audio to play for you again. It was June 6th, and Shaouni was pulled over for driving a marked Orlando police SUV at least 80 and a 45. Body camera shows the deputy got out of his vehicle to meet with this other officer who was in uniform, name on the uniform, the whole shebang, and this is what transpired. I mean, you can hear the sirens going. I mean, this is a pursuit. You got one cop car trying to pull over the other cop car.
He's the guy that copied down that bumper.
This one or this one?
Yeah, 11070. Pull over. You gonna pull over?
It's really just
miles an hour trying to catch up with this.
He's going 100 miles an hour to catch up. All right, now here we go. Listen to the exchange.
3113 to 313.
What? I am going into work, my man. Why are you trying to pull me over as I'm going into work?
Because you're going 80 and a 45.
I am going into work.
Okay, what are you going to work for?
What does it look like I am dressed for?
What
does it look like I am dressed for?
My name is Deputy Hilton, and they see your driver's license.
No.
Okay. 3113, copy at 1050. 10-4, I got a city, Orlando PD taking off from a traffic stop. It's going to be X-ray Foxtrot 6207, XF 6207. You refuse to stop.
And then the Orlando cop just took off. Anyway, he's now been formally charged.
He took off and put his lights on, too.
Yeah. They suspended him. So Orlando suspended him, and now he's been formally charged.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
When he was pulled over, he did not have his lights on, right? Is that what it sounds like?
No, because he wasn't on a call.
Right.
He was just going to work.
But then when he left, he turned his lights on.
Whoa.
Because he suddenly had emergency.
Suspend him.
Yeah. Anyway, he was charged with resisting an officer without violence and fleeing from law enforcement. I think that's felony fleeing. If you flee from a law enforcement officer. Anyway, this dude has been suspended. Now he's been charged. Channel 6 News in Orlando was told by the Orlando Police Department that he was relieved of duty pending an investigation. I don't think that guy is going to be back with the Orlando Police Department ever.
Does it rise to the level of getting a relatively good cop off the streets who has a...
How do you know if he's a relatively good
what
cop?
do you know,
I don't know.
Pending investigation.
I'm just telling you.
What, are they going to do an investigation? Hey, this guy's been a jerk all along. Let's get rid of him.
9/11, time for the 9/10 big story of the day. All right, so big item. Every day at 9/10, I roll out a pretty significant story.
This better be big.
Mr. Big.
I just played Mr. Big, by the way. All right, so here's the deal. We made a big deal about the new Meta Threads, which I had a bunch of people follow me yesterday on Threads, which is Facebook and Instagram Meta. Their new, they're calling it a Twitter killer. I think it's got a long way to go before it matches Twitter. But listen, I've kind of written Twitter off. I think Twitter's become just a toxic cesspool. And I have not tweeted since March 12th. I think I tweeted something and I erased it. But I am not active on Twitter anymore. I've got like 40,000 followers. I wish I could take all 40,000, move them over to Instagram. But so, hey, folks, give me a hand. Help me out. If you're on Instagram and you don't follow me, give me a follow on Instagram right now. Certified MJ Radio. And if you don't like my content, go look what I have on there. Certified MJ Radio. If you don't like my content, then unfollow me. But I'm trying to juice up my Instagram followers. Certified MJ Radio. So here's the deal. People are calling this new Threads, which I did sign up for. They made it very easy. So on my Instagram, it allowed you to just instantly open up your Threads account using your current name, for me, Certified MJ Radio. Now, listen to this. Folks are saying that Threads is a trap. I'm caught in a trap. They're saying that if you want to delete Threads, that you got to delete your whole Instagram account now. That it's
forever entwined?
It's entwined. It's inextricably, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking for.
Synced.
Irrevocably?
They are joined at the hip. You cannot just say, you know what, I don't like this Threads, let me delete it. You have to delete your entire Instagram account now. They're like bonded together with Bondo. They're morphed.
Like conjoined twins.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like those two Asian brothers.
Or like those two girls with the heads and one's got a boyfriend, one doesn't.
Yeah, could you imagine that?
Look away while I do,
It's always been on my bucket list.
Get out of here.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
I know that in our business, it's probably a good idea to join these things, try to get on early on, as you did, MJ. But I don't want another task, another place I have to update, another place I keep in touch with people. I mean, I want to know, we don't have time to get into it today, but maybe sometime next week, let's hear from our listeners if they're excited about this or if they're like, no, I'm good. I'm all up with IG. I'm all happy with all the photos I see, and I don't want to do this.
Listen, I've been very clear. If I were not the host of a morning show, if I did not do radio, I probably would not be on social media. But I use social media to engage our audience and come up with content that I can then intertwine with the show. And at this point in my career, the most content that I'm creating on social media is on Instagram. By the way, I just got a whole ton of new followers. Thank you. I appreciate it.
On IG?
Yep.
Wow.
And
Why
what
don't
happens?
you follow Froggy MJ show for once, huh?
But also the people that just followed me, I think they also followed me on Threads as well. Look, I just got a whole bunch of new followers. Thank you.
All right, MJ.
So many threads you could build a sweater.
Did you see the
What?
text?
What?
So many threads you can build a sweater.
Oh, I think it said so many friends. Oh, so many threads. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you see the text that I sent you yesterday about the logo?
Yeah. Fester thinks that he sees something demonic in the new Threads logo.
Am I wrong?
Fester said, I didn't respond to you because it was stupid.
It's not stupid. I see it right there.
I don't see it.
You don't see 666 right in the middle of the Threads logo?
No, I see like a jimmied up at symbol. An at sign.
First of all, one big old 6 is staring right at you. Then there's the flip 6, which is in the middle. Then there's like another 6 just kind of curling
Fester
around.
thinks that the new Threads logo looks like 666.
It does. Did not one pro devil guy's like, hey, you know what? That's my boss's number right there. Nothing? Guys, this is a 666 logo.
Let me see.
Look at it.
I don't see it.
There's a big 6 right in the middle.
I see there's
I see 2 6s.
That's one of the pedophile signs.
I don't see it.
Is it? I don't know.
Look up the pedophile signs. Seriously.
I don't want that on my Google history.
No, but one of them is like a thing like that. I'm serious.
What are you saying?
But like,
look it up.
Like Nebula?
Look it up.
I think you're right.
Anyway,
I'm telling
the
you,
whole story started with people. If you have Threads now, you can't just delete Threads. You got to completely erase your whole Instagram presence as well now. So that's the deal. Can you imagine who gets credit card alerts? So when your credit card is used and your credit card is used for a charge, who gets the alert on their phone that your card was just used, a Visa, MasterCard, American? I do as well. So what are you laughing
Froggy
at?
just showed me the logo to some man-boy love club.
Oh, my God. That's
Right.
right.
Don't tell me that's not close.
So search that on your phone and get on some kind of watch list, you moron.
No. It's just
Now you're on an FBI list, you moron.
I'm not.
You're on the pedophile list.
I looked at the logo.
Yeah.
You have to turn your porch lights out on Halloween starting this October.
Look at Subway sandwich specials.
All right, so let me move on here. Credit card alerts. So Roxanne, you say you get them? Listen to this. An American Express card member got a text alert that Delta Airlines tried to charge their card $115 trillion.
That seems high, even for first class.
What the hell? Wow. You could buy the airline like 1 billion times over. The entire airline you could buy. This is crazy. Yeah. There's a listener, or not a listener, but a traveler with an American Express card, I guess also a Delta flyer. Delta just tried to charge me $115 trillion to change my flight. What the hell? 114,999,999,999.98. So 114,999,999,999,999.98
Jeez.
is the credit card alert that they got. Is that not insane? Hey, speaking of airplanes, listen to this. We might want to repeat this again maybe earlier in the show on Monday. I think this is significant. What you need to be extra careful of if you're sitting in a window seat on a plane. Do you have any idea of what you need to be extra cautious about if you have a window seat on a plane?
I can think of 20 things. Fat person in the middle seat, person with bad breath next to you and you're trapped. Having to get out to the bathroom and asking two people to get up.
Having to sit next to you.
Right, that's the first thing I said. Fat person in the middle seat. Jeez, Froggy, listen for once.
Having a kid sit in the window seat prior to you being there and having licked the window.
I've done that.
None of those answers are correct.
Roxanne's the big window licker in her family.
Always.
Skin cancer.
What?
Oh,
From the
okay.
window.
Yeah. Listen to this.
Interesting.
I was going to say like fires
Yeah.
from the sun magnifying in the sun.
Well, guess what? You're pretty damn close.
Okay, I got this brings up another interesting point. But first, tell your story, MJ.
Some people,
Thank you, Roxanne.
kind of on a time constraint here, but there is an emphasis now on wearing sunscreen if you're on a flight and you have a window seat, because people don't realize that you're at a higher altitude, and those windows I don't think have UV protection.
You're closer to the sun.
And you're closer to the sun. You're at a higher altitude, even though you're inside the aircraft. Because of the high altitudes, you're actually experiencing stronger UV radiation, especially if you're in the window seat. According to dermatologists, this is partially correct. The good news is that the true risk from one flight or somebody who flies occasionally is probably low. However, if you are continuously flying and you take the window seat, there's UV exposure.
Okay, thank you, dermatology.
Fester?
Okay.
This could save someone's life.
Okay,
Now-
planes have been up in the air for a long
It's
time.
like truckers' left arms. You ever look at truckers' left arms? They're
Now-
always way
Now,
darker.
Here's the deal. Some reports are saying that most airplane windows effectively block out most of the UVB rays. Those are the rays that cause a sunburn and skin cancer. But if you're sitting in a window seat, not everything is blocked. It blocks most, apparently. But if you're a repeated frequent flyer and you're a window seat person, you're enhanced as far as exposure with whatever does get through, because you're 30, 40,000 feet up, closer to the sun versus being on the ground.
So this is an alarmist report, but it does apply to some small
listen,
fraction of people.
I think you're right. I think it's more of an alarmist deal than being a real concern. Now, what you were going to bring up, can it wait till the next segment?
Yeah, it's just a little thing I noticed. And I want to see if you've noticed it too, Mr. Airplane Expert.
Okay, so Roxanne thinks she's noticed something. Victoria's Secret. There's a secret coming out on Victoria's Secret. We'll get to that coming up. And then Fester's obsessed with a new song. Oh, actually, it's an old song. There's a new cover version of a song, which I hate. Oh, my God.
I've always loved that song.
I've always hated this
Always
song.
loved it.
All right, hang on. We'll get into that and a whole lot more next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. And the final chunk of the program for a Friday. This is where we get ready to wrap up the week for the MJ Morning Show, and I think it's been a successful week. I've been entertained.
Yeah.
You know, generally when I entertain myself,
that's the barometer.
That's the barometer.
If I can make myself laugh.
Career-wise, if I find that I entertain myself, I find that the vast amount of the audience is also entertained. So where's Roxanne? She had this urgent thing to tell me. I delayed it, and now she's, hey, Andrew, can you please go get Roxanne and tell her that we're back on the air live?
They all made a free pizza run.
Yeah, because Colony Grill with locations in Midtown, in Tampa.
In Central Avenue in St. Petersburg.
And in St. Pete, Colony Grill, it's a famous Stamford, Connecticut thin crust pizza. They have 2 locations in the Tampa Bay area, and they're doing some kind of office deal here with us today.
Yeah, they're dropping a pizza off to us, which is this is my first time having this pizza. It's excellent pizza.
Yeah, I love Colony Grill. It's a Connecticut well-known famous spot. You know, it's not New Haven pizza.
Keep going.
I love New Haven pizza like Frank Pepe or Salia Pizza. You know, bar is decent.
But Colony Grill is a completely different kind of pizza.
Colony Grill, if you know bar up in New Haven, Colony Grill is a bar pie. So it's a bar pie. It's totally thin. It's crispy. It's a bar pie, and it's famous out of Stamford, Connecticut. I've been to the original location, and I love Colony Grill. Michelle and I, remember, I didn't know they had come to town.
They dropped off something. They initially sent something to us, and we got to become friends, and now they're here.
So I've already been numerous times to the location in Tampa in Midtown, and I love the Colony Grill pie, and they just dropped off pizza. All right, so Roxanne, what is your deal? What are you...
I just want to know.
You need airtime, and you were going to try to blurt it out before the break, and I said, hold on, I'm running late, so go ahead.
Just a quick question. I'm sorry, I'm eating this
Everybody's
pizza. It's really
eating
good.
right now.
We all are.
Can you guys control yourselves?
Nope.
It's spicy sausage, and oh my gosh, it's delicious. Okay. Anyway, have you noticed that when you fly now, that people don't have their windows up? They'll occasionally have them up on takeoff, but I notice now, and I feel like it didn't used to be that way. I noticed that everybody has their windows down. When we went from
some airlines require that the window shades are up for takeoff and landing. Some don't, some do. Sometimes the international carriers, they want your window shades up for landing or takeoff. But you know what it is? I do notice that a lot of people are bringing the shades down. You know what it is?
What?
I think a lot of people are watching like videos and movies on their phones.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think maybe that's what's brought that about. All right, Fester.
Yes.
Sends me an email. We got to talk about the cover version of Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
I've always loved that song. It's a great song.
And you know this has come up in the past. I do not like that song,
What's
Fast
not
Car.
to like about it?
The Tracy Chapman version, I think, is a totally unique.
It's a story, an entire
song.
story.
Right.
It's the lyrics are unbelievable.
It's everything.
They used to play it in Publix when I worked there 15 times a day.
I don't like Fast Car. I'm sorry, I just don't like the song. And Fester's like, oh, we got to talk about the new country music cover version of Tracy Chapman's Fast Car by some
Luke Perry
country dude.
Luke Combs?
Luke Perry from 90210.
Like
He's back from the dead.
fourth biggest act in country right now, doing stadium tours.
Weight-wise?
So here's the original of that song.
That's a cool song.
But now Fester's enamored by some Luke Combs.
Have you heard it?
I have not heard it.
It's excellent.
Is it?
Andrew
For what it is? Yes.
It's just his exact version. It's the same song.
Yeah, it's the same song.
It's completely different.
No, it's not.
It is.
Wait a minute. Fester's saying it's completely...
Let MJ be the judge.
Fester's saying it's completely different, and then I got Froggy and Roxanne saying that it's the same damn song.
MJ, I know you've heard it a million times. You can tell if it's the same song. It's the same exact
It's the same song. Sung by the completely opposite person.
All right, so this is Luke Combs, a country singer. Did you say he's in town like tonight?
Yeah, so tonight he's at Ray J and tomorrow night, 2 nights in Tampa.
Is he that big? 2 stadium nights at Ray J for Luke Combs? Is he that big?
I'm going to start a comb company called Luke.
Oh, dude, hold on. I got to get another slice of pizza before it goes away. Hold on.
Where you going?
Are you serious? Hey, bring me one. Bring me one.
It's so good.
Don't forget me.
I know
Get
you
it.
don't.
Get him.
Listen,
What you want? Spicy? Or you want a breakfast?
I know you're not crazy about pepperoni, but the pepperoni's super good.
He is so in love with pizza, he just left his own show.
Right. And he didn't even... Andrew, can you at least play the Luke Combs version from your room, please?
I want to say thank you to Brooks with Colony Grill. He's the one who brought the pizza in, and it is awesome. And I'm going to talk about it today on my midday show.
Thanks, Brooks. Andrew, can you play the Luke Combs song from your room?
Oh, God. Why?
Oh.
Is anybody listening to this
Listen,
damn show?
I got to tell you something funny about Brooks. He first
wow.
heard the MJ Morning Show because he heard you
Nice.
and Froggy making fun of MJ, and he said he loved it.
That's...
And
What are you guys talking about? I just snaked the whole box of plain.
Yeah, he just ripped it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Someone's mad about it. out here.
The way you left it up, MJ, we couldn't even play the Luke Combs song while you're gone.
No, I was gone for 20 seconds. All right, so here we go. So Luke Combs, I didn't know the guy was that big that he's got 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow night at Ray J.
He's like a modern-day Conway Twitty. Big in country music.
Is that true? I know more about 12th century Chinese dynasty pottery than I know about country music. All right.
well, I'd like to study Chinese pottery,
All right.
whatever. So maybe you can teach me.
The two of you can have a podcast or
All
something.
right, let me hear this cover version, but it's the same damn song.
How is it different?
That
No,
is-
it's
exactly.
That's the same song.
Tracy Chapman,
Oh,
a black female soul singer, R&B singer from 30 years ago compared to some overweight, honky hillbilly?
Dude,
what does that matter? It's still the same song.
It has a completely different vibe. And right now, this is the #1 song.
I want to take you anywhere.
I'm playing them on top of each other.
Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better.
Yeah.
It's the same damn song.
But it's a completely different song.
That's the same song,
So this is the #1 song in country music right now, right?
Stick to Conway Twitty.
It knocked off George Jones and David Allan Coe's hits. And right now it's the #1 song in country music. And Tracy Chapman, for the first time in the history of the world, is the first African-American female to be the #1 songwriter on the country music charts. It's a big deal.
So she's probably getting paid quite a bit from his success.
Have you ever
with
heard
this,
of
right?
Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yeah, he went to country.
Yes.
I know that.
Okay, and she is the first African-American female to write a #1 country
Oh,
song.
Hootie's a man?
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. Speaking of...
yes, she retains 100% of the songwriting and publishing royalties of cover
Oh,
songs.
so she's making a fortune.
Yeah, she's going to make 100 times more money off of this song than she did off of her first time around.
My God. So Luke Combs just pulled up a Brinks truck to
Yeah.
Tracy Chapman's house, and they're shoveling money out into her front yard.
I got a lot of cash.
Exactly.
I'm not broke no more. Listen, here's the thing about Tracy Chapman. I cannot name another song she sang.
Oh, either can I.
I mean, she's a one-hit wonder, but it's a great song.
All right, speaking of music, you saw the Eagles have announced their final tour dates. So isn't this an extension of the Eagles tour that was just here? I think it is. So the final tour dates, they put out a, excuse me.
Too much pizza?
No.
You got to chew it.
Too much beer. No, I don't drink. I don't drink beer. Listen to this. The Eagles put out a statement. The Eagles have had a miraculous 52-year odyssey performing for people all over the globe, keeping the music alive in the face of tragic losses, upheavals, and setbacks of many kinds. Credit and thanks go to our longtime management team, our dedicated road crew, and our exceptional backup musicians for providing skilled and steadfast support throughout these many years. We know how fortunate we are, and we are truly grateful. Our long run has lasted far longer than any of us ever dreamed, but everything has its time, and the time has come for us to close the circle. The official farewell tour is currently in the planning stages. We want to give all our fans a chance to see us on this final round, so scheduling information will be released as dates are set. The difficulties of booking venues for multiple nights may require us to return to certain cities depending on demand, but we hope to see as many of you as we can before we finish up. Most importantly, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for embracing this band and its music. At the end of the day, you are the reason we have been able to carry on for over 5 decades. This is our swan song, but the music goes on and on. With love and gratitude, the Eagles.
Wow, that is a long goodbye.
So among these, so it's the final tour. So I guess, are they going to come back around one more time to Tampa Bay? So here are the dates that are set so far. We only have September through November. And I don't even know if it's all the dates. Like September 7th, they're going to start in New York at Madison Square Garden. Then they're going to go to Boston, Newark. So New York, back to Newark after Boston. Then Belmont Park, New York, Denver, Indianapolis, Detroit.
Yeah, they're going all over the place.
Cleveland, Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh, Lexington, Kentucky, St. Paul, Minnesota. And that's November 17th. So I wonder if they're going to do one more return to Tampa Bay, and it's going to be the swan song. It's the final time the Eagles are ever going to tour, and this begins in September.
Are they going to call the tour the swan song? Because it's very bird-centric.
I have no idea. Hey, Victoria, before we get out of here, Victoria's Secret, this is interesting. 2 former Victoria's Secret models are saying everything you saw was fake.
What, the skinny ladies walking on the runway with feathers coming out of their shoulders?
Jasmine Tukes, 32, and Josephine Scriver, 30. They were in Victoria's Secret catalogs for years. But even they could not recognize themselves at times when they were looking at their own images. So not like the runway when the Victoria's Secret tour.
Okay.
Or remember CBS used to run the Victoria's Secret modeling show?
Yeah.
What would they call it? There was a name
Angels.
for that. Yeah, the Victoria's Secret Angels.
Yeah.
It was, there was a name for it.
I should know this, but
yeah.
I don't know.
But not as much that as the catalogs. And what these Victoria's Secret models are saying is they were in the catalog modeling Victoria's Secret bras and panties and that kind of, intimate stuff for years. And they recently were on a podcast and they were talking about how everything was fake. That those pictures were so doctored that they sometimes, when flipping through the catalog, didn't even know that was them that was pictured there.
I don't believe that because maybe that has to do with them, but I feel like back in the day when Stephanie Seymour was in Victoria's Secret, that really is what she looks like, what you saw in Victoria's Secret. So maybe they started doing more editing down the line.
Well, I think that's probably the case. But here are 2 models that are saying that they couldn't even tell it was them when they looked at pictures in the catalog. I think that's pretty significant.
Yeah.
Also,
all photo images are doctored.
Well, listen, the kids are doctoring everything these days. I mean, all these filters and, I know people that are perfectly good looking and they want to filter themselves and they look ridiculous, filtering themselves. Anyway, before we get out of here, a couple of last minute things here. You saw that CSU, Colorado State University, they have revised the Atlantic hurricane season forecast. They've now moved it to above average. So they've increased the number of tropical storms from 15 to 18. The average is 14. They've increased the number of hurricanes to 9. From 7 is average. They had 7 predicted. Now they upped it to 9. And then major hurricanes, 3 are average. They had 3 previously predicted. Now they've upped that to 4. So with the above average temperatures of the Atlantic Ocean and really all the seas right now, they're saying that hurricane activity is going to increase. That's their prediction. We'll see.
I don't know if I trust anybody from Colorado to tell me about hurricanes.
Yeah, we've talked about that many
if it came
times.
from the University of Miami, it'd be a little different.
Talked about that many, many times over the years. So, all right, what else? Oh, Ocean Gate, the company with the doomed submersible at the Titanic.
Yeah.
Did you see go to their website quickly before we get out of here. Go to their website.
Was it oceangate.com?
No, just go to Google and just type in Ocean Gate, and their website will be the first thing.
Man, I read some crazy stuff about that company.
Oh, there's been tons of crazy stories.
It's just insane.
Oh, yeah.
Ocean Gate Expedition.
Yeah, look at the top of the page. Did you click on it?
Come on, Google, go. It's not going.
It's trying to go. Oh, well, it was working yesterday because I was there.
What does it say?
Yeah, Festa, hold on. What, you can't go? Hold on. You just got to click. Yeah, our computer's not going. So, Andrew, do they still have the red message at the top of the page?
Yes, they do.
All right, read the red message at the top of the page on Ocean Gate's website, the parent company of the doomed Titanic exploring sub.
It reads, Ocean Gate has suspended all exploration and commercial operations.
Oh, you think?
Well, they had a job application out last week.
So big story yesterday was Ocean Gates announced that they have suspended all operations. No, I think all operations were suspended a couple of weeks ago when the sub imploded and killed 5 people, including the co-founder and the CEO on board that death capsule.
All right, so here goes my summer plans for next year.
But if you scroll down on the website, they still have book an expedition. Why don't you guys just take the whole damn website down? You got like smiling people inside the sub. What are you doing? Take the thing off. Crying out loud. What else do we have?
Yeah, we left something on the table that was a good story.
What was that?
The Britney Spears story.
Oh, you know what? Let's. We got a minute here. Go ahead.
Okay, so she's claiming she was assaulted by a security guard for San Antonio Spurs player because she tried to approach him at a restaurant.
How do you pronounce that guy's name? I have no idea.
Victor Wembanyama. I don't know NBA players' names.
Wembanyama?
So that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But this is the crazy part to me. Britney approached him by saying, excuse me, sir, in a British accent. And then after the alleged slap, she screamed, this is effing America, also in a British accent.
What is going on?
Yeah, she talks British now.
Britney Spears wanted to get a picture with this, you say he's a San Antonio Spur?
Yes.
Victor Wembanyama, and apparently his security slapped Britney Spears in the face.
That's aggressive.
That's some good security.
I wonder if they knew it was her? Or...
They're claiming that she grabbed him from behind. Wow, but
Okay,
Britney was
Britney grabbed
slapped
him.
in the face by the security for this NBA star, Victor Wembanyama.
I'm not sure I'd get mad if Brittany had grabbed me.
Anything else before we get out of here today?
That's it, baby.
All right. Anything else we left on the table? Well, there's a lot of stuff we left on the table.
Hal apologizes for his actions.
I got a lot of stuff for Monday's show already. Folks, have a great weekend. Give me a follow on Instagram and Threads. I'm certified MJ Radio. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. And folks, we'll see you back here Monday, and let's be careful out there.